Jordan Lank down on the field with senior corner Ryan Martinez. Last week, Ryan, a big shutout, 20-0 victory against the Basha Bears, and against a good team in Desert Vista. What's it going to take this week to do something similar?
We prepared all week for this game. Everyone's head's in it. Come out mentally prepared and come out physically prepared, and just execute, and we'll be high intensity, so we'll come out ready.
This team, a very rush-heavy team, it seems like, for Desert Vista, but they do go to the passing game. What's it going to take for you to stop a good Desert Vista passing attack?
Like I said, we came out prepared. We're going to come out, just do our jobs, play our game, and it'll lead us to victory. So,
last question, Ryan. 5-0 start for the second straight year, a 6-0 start. What do you think that would feel like?
It feels really amazing to know all the hard work we put off in the off season come out and pay off for us in the season. So,
all right, Ryan, thank you. We're going to send it over to Jacob Rosenfarb with senior running back and defensive back Dayton Huffman.
Hi, my name is Jacob Rosenfarb, and I'm here with Dayton Huffman of the Highland Hawks. Tell me, Dayton, what does it mean you have such a famous video? Your juke last week against Basha went viral on the internet. Tell me how that feels.
It felt pretty cool, but I wouldn't be able to do anything without any of my teammates. So it's not all just me; it's my teammates as well.
Great. And so, have you received any extra attention from that? Anybody reaching out, or just business as usual for you?
Just business as usual. Nothing special.
What are you looking to accomplish this week to have a similar result?
I'm looking out to come out and play strong and play fast. Desert Vista is a good team, but I think we can beat them if we come out and play like we do.
Defensively, this offense has been putting up a lot of points. What are you going to look to do to stop them?
We're looking to stop their run and contain their quarterback. He's a good athlete.
Can you hear us? So you guys have an exciting trio of running backs. How do you think your skills complement the other running backs on your team?
We all run different, which is nice because defenses don't know what they're going to get from each of us. So when I come in, I think me being smaller back, it makes it hard for me to get seen by linebackers and stuff. So it benefits to me being smaller.
Great. And then from the cornerback position, what skills do you think you bring to the field that maybe other teams aren't looking for? They can help you excel out there.
My physicality at corner really separates me from the rest, and just the rest of our defense. We play hard every week, and we come out and play hard, and we always do what we gotta do.
Appreciate it, Dayton. With Highland football, this is Jacob Rosenfarb singing it now up to the booth.
Gentlemen, tonight is what high school football is all about. This is why you came to Highland, for games like tonight. You could have chosen to go anywhere, and you chose Highland for nights like tonight. So enjoy it, relish in it. Come out 100 miles an hour, hair on fire, high-octane energy and passion.
Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide.
As you're playing, remember that the real competition is not against Hamilton or Mountain Point or Desert Ridge or any other team, but you versus your best self. Look nice and wear the Highland jersey. Remember, you represent the entire Highland community. You represent your family, the students, the teachers, and everyone else here to see you. So as you compete against you at your best, I am confident that you will be pleased with the results, and you will be the must-see show in Arizona. Now go uphold the Highland standard. Let's go!
Fear not, here I come, you can't hide. Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide. Ready or not, here I come, you can't hide.
And welcome in, everybody, to Gilbert, Arizona, on the campus of Highland High School, here for a big 6A football matchup. It's your Highland Hawks and the visiting Desert Vista Thunder here in beautiful Gilbert. My name is Jordan Lank, alongside my partner Jacob Rosenfarb. Jacob, a big matchup tonight for both teams. They both come in undefeated. Highland 5-0 for the second time in as many years. But this Desert Vista team also very respectable at a big 4-0 mark as well.
Both teams looking to avoid their first loss tonight. Desert Vista coming off a resounding victory last week against North High School, beating them 63-7, while our Highland Hawks took home the victory last week, shutting out the Basha Bears 20-0. Jordan, what do you think the Highland Hawks have to do to avoid their first loss?
Well, it was a huge week defensively last week for the Hawks. The defensive line for Highland able to break through the offensive line of Basha and really pressure the passer. They had two passers in that game, did Basha, and they were really able to get through the line and get to both guys, and they were both kind of different players for Basha. Jacob, I know you weren't there, but both Basha quarterbacks had a little bit of different profiles. One of them was a runner, one was a thrower, excuse me, but they were able to get to both of them, and I think if they can do something similar tonight against Desert Vista, Cooper Holman and that big defensive line for Highland will really be able to get something done against Desert Vista.
Oh, I couldn't agree more, Jordan. I think this versatile defensive line and a really strong front seven for Highland is going to carry them to victory tonight. If they're able to control the run game against Desert Vista, things should look good for our Hawks.
Well, you mentioned last week, Desert Vista, a big win over North, 63-7. They come in with a quarterback, Parker Navarro. He's only got 559 throwing yards on the season. He's only played in 3 games. I assume he was injured in one of them. However, this offense is a rush-heavy offense, and what do you think the Hawks need to do to keep that rush in check?
Yeah, they're not going to. Desert Vista is not going to ask too much of their quarterback, so it's going to be a lot of run-heavy offense this week. Highland is going to have to pack the box. You're going to have to put probably 8 defenders in there to try and slow down the explosive Desert Vista run game. But I think the Hawks can do it. I think the Hawks are up to the challenge.
Yeah, the explosive run game you mentioned, Tyson Grubbs, a junior running back for Desert Vista, 69 carries on the year, 543 yards, good for 7.9 yards per attempt, and that is pretty legit. And if you're the Hawks, you need to be able to stop that. And from what we've seen in the past with the Hawks, I'm not thinking there might be a big deal with that. I think they might be all right.
No, I think you're right on that one, Jordan. Sounds like the announcement's coming in. Game's looking like it's about to get started. Any last words, Jordan?
Well, it is the homecoming game, so tonight the Hawks looking for a big homecoming W to go 6-0. But for now, as we start with the national anthem on the field, we will send you to the starting lineups for your Hawks.
Number 10, class of 2019, Caleb Herbert, quarterback.
Number 1, class of 2019, Connor Colmore, running back and safety.
55, class of 2019, Colton Allen, left tackle.
Number 66, class of 2019, Bryson Kelly, offensive guard.
Number 70, class of 2019, Caleb Allen, center.
Number 51, class of 2019, Connor Ward, offensive guard.
Number 76, class of 2019, Jared Eisentrout, right tackle.
Number 87, class of 2019, Kyle Hester, tight end.
Number 17, class of 2020, Tanner Crandall, wide receiver D.
19, class of 2019, Cody Zimmerman, wide receiver.
Number 13, class of 2019, Noah Burdick, wide receiver.
Number 89, class of 2021, Cooper Brown, defensive end.
Number 9, class of 2019, Cooper Holman, defensive end, tight end.
Number 6, class of 2020, Daniel Wood, running back and outside linebacker.
Number 22, class of 2019, Cord Kurzman, middle linebacker.
Number 47, class of 2019, Griffin Nielsen, middle linebacker.
Number 20, class of 2019, Ryan Martinez, defensive back.
23, class of 2020, Jay Sean Lee, cornerback.
Number 2, class of 2019, Dayton Huffman, running back and corner.
Number 24, class of 2019, Cade K-Mac, free safety.
Number 1, class of 2019, Connor Colmore, running back and safety.
And we welcome you now down in the booth, Jordan Lank alongside Jacob Rosenfarb.
Hi, how are you doing tonight, Jordan?
Doing well, Jacob. It's great to have you in place of Jeff Griffith tonight. Jeff, of course, as we know, a good friend of ours. It's good to have you here, Jacob. But Jeff in Pennsylvania with his sister getting married. Very happy for him.
That he is. Probably having a great time. Jeff, we know you're listening to this broadcast, so congratulations. Tell your sisters congratulations.
Absolutely.
Wish we could be there. We know we appreciate the invite, but next time.
Right. We wish we got an invite as we are looking at the Highland Tunnel at the moment. It is homecoming tonight, so a big game for both teams. And here they come out of the tunnel, do the Highland Hawks. And some fireworks on the south end of the stadium. That's something new.
Got a loud and raucous Highland crowd tonight, Jordan. I think everyone's pretty excited to see this team play.
Well, everybody who comes out here week in and week out loves coming to see this Hawks team play because they are so good. They're so dynamic on both sides of the ball. They have a great run game. They have a great pass game. The defense has been so good this year, and even their kicking game with Austin McNamara, as the fireworks still go off at the south end of the stadium. There's even some out in the distance. Maybe, possibly, Jacob, a sign of what's to come tonight for the Hawks.
I would have to think so, Jordan. I'm expecting a high offense, high octane sort of affair from both these teams. Both Desert Vista and Highland coming in undefeated. These are two teams who know how to win some football.
They sure do, as we are getting ready for the captain's meeting in the middle of the field. Looks like Desert Vista is having their pregame huddle on the far side as Highland takes a couple of the Highland players take knees at the south end of the field for some pregame prayer. Jacob, we're just about ready for some football here.
That we are, Jordan, that we are. It is an electric environment tonight. This is.
Well, they've got a t-shirt going, wow, and they're debuting that tonight as some t-shirts flying into the stands.
Oh, wow.
This is something new. This is something else, really turning it up for homecoming tonight.
Yeah, this is a high-quality presentation right here. Very, very impressive.
Well,
that t-shirt cannon has some range on it.
It sure does. The captain's now taking the field for both Highland and Desert Vista. Looks like we've got Daniel Wood out there on the left-hand side. Number 89, Cooper Brown to his right. Brown just a sophomore. The third in from the left is the punter-kicker Austin McNamara. And we're trying to get you a number on that last guy on the right. It's number 36, Weston Dana. So as the team captains huddle at the middle of the field on that Hawks logo. By the way, the field looks great, as it does every Highland Hawks home game. The coin is in the air and flipped. Let's see what the designation is. And now we see that Desert Vista will get the ball first, and they will be going toward the south end zone. But Jacob, for the Hawks, that hasn't been something that's affected them. The Hawks really have been able to score on their first drives of each game. It seems like their offense is potent, and it's potent early, and I have a feeling you might see something similar tonight.
I agree with you on that one, Jordan. That running back trio is just too dynamic to handle sometimes. It is really an impressive sort of feat.
Big night, as it always is, for homecoming here in Gilbert, Arizona. The Hawks 5-0, the Thunder 4-0. As both teams are now taking the field for tonight's kickoff. And with that, we'll see Austin McNamara, the punter-kicker for the Hawks, who actually is third in the state in total kickoff yards. Trails first place by about 80 yards, but tonight As we've seen in previous weeks, I'm sure we'll see Austin McNamara kick a couple through the back of the end zone, and he'll be back in that lead in no time. Number 4, Colby Humphrey, back to receive for the Thunder. As you can hear, the Hawks fans on homecoming night ready to go as McNamara gives it the boot. And it is indeed through the back of the end zone for a Highland touchback.
Very clairvoyant of you, Jordan. Know your stuff.
So it'll be the Desert Vista offense anchored by the quarterback number 12, Parker Navarro. As we mentioned in the open, Desert Vista, a run-heavy offense. Navarro on the year, 29 completions and 49 attempts for 559 yards. And we'll see if they can't keep that going. Can Desert Vista? The Hawks, however, are going to look to try to, put a stop to that. Looks like Navarro and the Thunder getting their signals from the sideline. As we are happy to bring you tonight's broadcast here on YouTube on Hawks Nest TV. Not sure what the stoppage on the field here is. Possibly a clock issue. There needs to be 12 minutes on the clock. Looks like the clock is down at about 11:50. They had it running for the kickoff. Looks like they have everything all figured out now, Jacob.
Ready for some football, Jordan.
Ready for some football. Not sure there's a fan in the house who isn't ready for some football as Desert Vista comes out in shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the right. Navarro's going to give it to his back. And it looks like possibly number 1, Keeman Rawls there. Their big runner is number 8, Tyson Grubbs. We apologize if you were able to see that there, folks. We weren't. But
big
it is
hole for Grubbs available in that last play. Hawks going to need to shore that up for this run-heavy Desert Vista offense.
2nd down and 5. They give it to the back again, who dives forward and gains about 3 yards on the play. It brings up a quick 3rd and short. Daniel Wood in on the tackle for the Hawks. Wood, of course, the two-way player, plays on defense as a linebacker and on offense as a running back. And here the Hawk fans getting loud on 3rd down. 3rd down and about 2. Navarro in shotgun formation. Play action looking left, completes in a screen. Complete to the far side for a 1st down. And the Thunder will move the chains.
I anticipate we see a lot of that tonight, Jordan. A lot of quick screens, a lot of easy throws for this Desert Vista quarterback. Hawks are going to need to crowd the line if they're going to want to stop those again.
That time it was Tyson Grubbs. He took the reception on the play for the Thunder, as it is now 1st and 10. And a penalty marker down, possibly a false start. By the way it looks here on the Hawks sideline. We'll see what they call. It is a false start on the offense. That results in a 5-yard penalty, and it'll be 1st and 15. Well, penalties have been a big story for the Hawks all year, whether it's being on the right or the wrong side. Just a lot of penalties in each of the Hawks games so far. I want to minimize that tonight against Desert Vista, who, by the way, they beat in double overtime last year. This was the team they beat to go 5-0 as Grubbs gets us again, breaks through. He's at the 50, 1 man to beat, cuts back upfield, and finally is out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And correction, that was number 4, Colby Humphrey. So Humphrey getting in on the running action, and the Thunder have a big 1st down in Hawk territory.
The Hawks had Humphrey stopped in the backfield there, but couldn't wrap up, and he was able to take that one down the sideline and bust it open for a big gain.
25th carry of the year for Humphrey. Had 171 rushing yards coming into tonight's game. Averaging 42.8 yards per game. Might have picked up more there than he has in his game average, as complete the screen to the outside again. So he came in Rawls, but Rawls trips in the backfield and is down with no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. So this Highland defense, uncharacteristically kind of allowing the rush to get through the front 7. They go to it again. It's Grubbs.
Grubbs is having his way early, Jordan. These holes are big, and he is hitting them hard. I'm not sure what the Hawks have to do to stop him, but something has to change.
Oh, it was Humphrey, excuse me. Again, difficult to see the numbers up here in the booth. We're doing our best. And now another 3rd down and short, 3rd and 3 to be exact. Navarro sets up in shotgun
Hawks
formation.
crowd getting loud.
They give it to the back. Did he get enough? It looks like it. And they're going to give it to him, a 1st down for Desert Vista. So the Thunder, Jacob, moving the ball rather easily here on their first possession.
Yeah, this Thunder offensive line is creating some really great holes for Grubbs or Humphrey, whoever's running the ball. It'd be really hard for someone not to gain at least 4 yards when their offensive line is doing work like that.
Man in motion again for Navarro. And they go to the backfield again. That running game can't be stopped again. It's Humphreys for a gain of about 5. So it's been an early dose of Colby Humphreys so far. Let's see.
I don't think we've seen a pass that has crossed the line of scrimmage, Jordan. I think both of them have been screen passes.
Yeah, I think you're right there, Jacob, and we'll see if that theme carries on throughout the night. Another run play. This time it is Grubbs, and this time the Hawks defense able to swallow it up.
Great stop in the backfield there. Hit the hole hard from the middle linebacker and really closed up that hole.
Brings up another 3rd down. 3rd down and about 5.
Need a strong performance here from the Hawks defense, especially their linebackers.
And Highland, do they have the football? Was there a fumble on that play? There was not, but Highland able to get into the backfield and force a big 4th down stop.
That was great penetration from the Highland defensive line there. They were in the backfield when the running back was getting the ball. That was very impressive.
One of the Allen cousins in on the tackle there. And Desert Vista is going to bring out their field goal unit.
Thunder getting a late sub on the field.
Number 10, Matt Lewis, on for the field goal attempt. It is up, and it is plenty good. So Desert Vista doing the first scoring of tonight's ball game as they take a 3-0 advantage.
Impressive stop, though, for the Hawks to hold them to only 3 points. That Thunder offense was driving down the field. Didn't look like the Hawks could get a stop, and they came up big near the goal line.
That's what this defense needs to do. They need to get big stops and
bend not break, right, Jordan?
Right, bend not break. Maybe a little bit of a blow to this defense who didn't allow any points last week. But 3 points won't be much to overdo for the Hawks, who scored 20 last week and have been really good on offense all year. So now Desert Vista almost ready to kick it away themselves.
The Hawks have 2 returners deep.
Looks like one of them is Connor Cullimore, the talented athlete on this team. The other is number 47, Griffin Nielsen. Interesting to have him back there on the return. Nielsen, a linebacker on the defense.
Possibly some trickery here, Jordan. Who knows what's going to happen?
We've seen it a couple of times. Let's see what Desert Vista elects to do. They do kick it deep, and it is into the end zone for a touchback. Highland will start with the ball at their own 20. And with that, we will get our first chance to see the potent Highland Hawks offense, which features their senior quarterback, Caleb Herbert.
So what did you see last week from Herbert that really excited you, Jordan?
Well, last week, I think Herbert really surprised me with his poise in the pocket. He was pressured by the Basha defensive line. The offensive line not as strong as it has been in recent weeks. And I think if we see some of the same poise here against Desert Vista, we're in for a show from Herbert. But on the first play from scrimmage, it's a run to the outside, a gain of about 2 yards. And I'm not sure who it was, but it was a gain of 3 yards, 2nd and 3. Herbert in shotgun formation this time with 2 men to his right, 1 to his left. And he looks over the middle. Oh, looking for, let's see, was that Kyle Hester or? It was Kyle Hester, incomplete. Herbert looking over the middle. Hester, one of Herbert's favorite targets the last couple of weeks, the tall tight end, but unable to connect with him there.
He had him too, Jordan, on that outward breaking post route. He was there, and Herbert just sailed it right over his head. Herbert's needed to complete some of those wide open passes if the Hawks look to win tonight.
Herbert in shotgun formation again, a man in motion. He looks right. Looking down the field. Did he catch that pass? No, he did not. Incomplete. And it'll bring up a quick 4th down. Great job by the Desert Vista defense there to hold the Hawks on their first drive, knowing how good they can be.
Disappointing 3 and out for the Hawks there. Really liked what you saw, but the throws weren't there.
Hawks tonight, as you can see, in their gray tops. It's their favorite uniform as a team. Of course, with those black helmets with the number on one side and the Hawk on the other. And the black pants makes for a good look. Austin McNamara will punt it away for the Hawks. A big end-over-end punt. And it bounces out of bounds just inside the 30-yard line. And that's where Desert Vista will begin their second drive of the game.
Good punt from McNamara there. Can see why he's recruited by so many of the top colleges in the country.
Yeah, if you're not aware, as Jacob mentioned, McNamara with offers currently from 5 different Division I schools, including the 2 big ones here in Arizona, the University of Arizona and Arizona State. Also has offers from Nebraska and Missouri, as well as BYU in Utah. I'm sure we'll mention that a couple of times on the broadcast because McNamara's leg is just so good. The weapon he's able to make his leg into on the football field is it's quite the talent. On the ground now for Desert Vista. A couple of yards on the gain before the Highland defensive line is able to swallow him up. It'll be 2nd down and about 7. Jacob, are you liking what you're seeing so far from this Highland defense?
It's been off and on, Jordan. There had that one big run early in the first from the Thunder. But besides that, I've liked what I've seen. Some really impressive penetration.
Navarro play action, rolling to his right. He's going to take off now and is hit a couple of times and finally taken down after a gain of, let's say, 6 yards or so. Brings up third down and about 2.
Hawks are really going to have to be careful whenever Navarro rolls out of the pocket, because if our first option isn't there, it looks like he's going to tuck it and run every time. Hawks have to keep a QB spy there or something, because he's going to gouge them all game.
Well, on the year for Navarro, 109 yards rushing. That'll add to his total. As he's in shotgun formation there, gives it to his back, and it looks like the Thunder are able to get the first down. They are. Ball spotted at the 40-yard line. That'll move the chains for Desert Vista.
Thunder are basically able to get 3 to 4 yards every time they want, so the Hawks are really going to have to game plan for that. Maybe go into halftime with a different sort of mindset on how to stop the run.
Well, it is early. The Hawks have some time to figure out these kinks in the defense, and we know Brock Farrell and this Hawks team is so good at doing that. As Navarro sends a man in motion, it's Grubbs. He takes it on the jet sweep, and Grubbs is stopped in the backfield that time for a loss of a couple of yards by the Highland defense.
That was a really impressive play from that corner. He got off the block almost instantly and was able to take Grubbs down in the backfield.
Tackle made by number 77, Monai West. West, the junior defensive end, standing 5 foot 10 inches, 217 pounds. Big stop there for the big guy, and it is 2nd down and 13 from the 37. Navarro shotgun formation, 2 backs with him in the backfield. He sends a man in motion from the far side to the near side. Now 2 wide receivers on the near side. And play action looking to that near side, deep down the field. Incomplete, great coverage by number 2, Dayton Huffman. Pass intended there for number 6, Elijah Irvin, the 6'2", 175-pound junior wide receiver.
Huffman may be a dynamic running back, but that was a fantastic play from the cornerback position. Kept his eyes on Navarro the whole way down the field, watched him, and then shadowed the wide receiver without interference. Fantastic play there.
Brings up a 3rd down and long, and a big change of momentum coming here if the Hawks can get a stop here in Desert Vista territory. Man in motion, Navarro from the shotgun formation is hit and dropped in the backfield again by the Hawks, and it'll bring up 4th down and long.
That was some speed off the edge, Jordan. I don't know how that tackle is going to hold up all game, because he's beaten him now a couple times right off the edge.
Great job again by the defensive line of the Hawks. As some more T-shirts go flying into the stands, it brings up 4th down and 15 for Desert Vista. It'll give us the first chance to see Desert Vista's punter, number 50. Oh, check that, excuse me. Kyle Ostendorp, who actually is committed to the University of Arizona to punt, as his punt goes out of bounds at the Highland 30-yard line.
So what does Highland have to do here, Jordan, to avoid their second 3 and out of the game?
I think they need to go to the outside. They need to run the ball to the outside, use their strengths in Connor Cullimore and Dayton Huffman to get around the tackles and really beat this Desert Vista defense. And I think if they're able to do that, Jacob, they'll be in business here, and we know once this team gets rolling, they keep it going.
Definitely. Momentum will be a huge factor in this game tonight, Jordan.
Herbert setting up in shotgun formation. 1 receiver to his right, 2 to his left. And it looks like Cullimore in the backfield with him. And they give it to Cullimore, who gets a quick 10 yards. And for the first time in the ballgame, a Hawks first down.
That was a great run up the middle right up there. The guards got great separation. The center got to the second level. Really gave Cullimore a huge hole to run through.
And we apologize, ladies and gentlemen. That was Daniel Wood on the run. We're working on it up here. Those gray jerseys are not easy to see with those teal numbers on them. Herbert again in shotgun formation. Again with Wood in the backfield, but they give it to Tanner Crandall on the jet sweep, who gets about 3 yards. That's a play that the Hawks like to run early in the game just to see what they can get on the outside, and Jacob there, a gain of about 3 yards. Probably not what you want if you're the Hawks, but positive yardage nonetheless.
And important to establish that early in the game. Yeah, maybe now in the first quarter that only goes for 3, but a tired Thunder defense somewhere in the second half, he could break that for a 30, 40, 50-yard gain.
2nd down and 7. Herbert again gives to his running back, who gains about 4 yards.
This Highland offense is chugging along here, Jordan. Very different than what we saw on the first drive.
Dayton Huffman on the rush that time. 3rd down and 4 as the Hawks looking for another first down to keep the chains moving. Herbert this time again in shotgun formation, trips out to his right. Running back in the backfield with him. Herbert high snap, play action, looking right, and complete.
Had some pressure in his face there from Desert Vista number 40, Armando Delgado. But Herbert with an impressive throw on the slant and got the completion for the Hawks, 1st down.
Cody Zimmerman on the reception there for the Hawks. Sets up a 1st down for Highland from the Desert Vista 42, and now it looks like the Thunder might have jumped off sides.
That was a great hard count there from Herbert. Really got both Thunder defensive linemen to jump over. That was a pro move there from Herbert. Really like to see that.
It is an offsides penalty, makes it 1st down and 5 for Highland, as they are slowly moving the ball down the field. With 36.7 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Herbert scrambles, has somebody open, and
goodness.
barely misses a touchdown. Herbert, in his defense, was on the run there, but he had his wide receiver wide open, would have walked right into the end zone. But hopefully, Highland's had a couple wide open receivers tonight. Unencouraging that Herbert hasn't been able to hit them, but very encouraging that they've been wide open.
Yeah, Jacob, apologize to you folks at home. Kind of napping there was I, and so was the Desert Vista defense, as Herbert almost able to connect deep down the field for a touchdown. But, well, now they're going to call a penalty on the Hawks. Whatever it is, it's a 5-yarder, and it'll bring it back to 10 yards to gain for the Hawks. Still 1st down, so play doesn't count. And it's 1st and 10 again for Highland from the Desert Vista 44. Trips out to the left for Herbert again in shotgun formation. High snap, they give it to their running back, who is stuffed in the backfield by the Thunder. And that time it was Cullimore who couldn't get any positive yardage. Brings up a long 2nd and about 14 for Highland.
Looks like they won't get a playoff before the first quarter ends here. And that is it, folks. We have hit the end of the first quarter. Desert Vista Thunder up 3-0 over the Highland Hawks. Jordan, what have you seen from both teams in the first quarter?
Well, it's been a really quick first quarter, it seems like. It's 7:25 here in Gilbert. The game started at 7 o'clock. Just a 25-minute first quarter. Both teams with just 2 drives. Highland in the middle of their 2nd drive. So we've definitely seen the pace of play slow down. We know the Hawks like to be fast. They like to push the ball down the field. And Desert Vista has done a really good job of slowing that pace down, controlling the game, keeping the tempo slow to where they're comfortable. And I think for the Hawks, if they're going to overcome that, they need to keep doing what they've been doing on this drive. Just keep going to the run, and get that big pass play down the field like Herbert was looking for, but unable to connect with down the field here on the north side of the field. teams will flip sides of the field. As now Highland heading south.
Second and 14 for the Hawks. Lined up with 4 receivers, 2 flanking Herbert on both sides. Running back in the backfield now sends him out left. Herbert alone in the backfield.
Now Herbert looking right, complete to Connor Cullimore on a screen route. He's got some space to the outside, and he gets the first down, or did he? Let's see, do they push him back? We'll have to see where they mark it, folks, but it looks like Cullimore did get the first down.
That should definitely be a first down. He crossed the pylon and then got pushed back. Let's see what they call here.
Well, is the line judge going to mark him short there? They're going to call it second and short. Let's see. Nope, they will move the chains. A first down for the Hawks.
Great play design there by Highland. Got quick rush on the quarterback, but the tackles and guards were able to move upfield and really provide some lanes for Cullimore to get through.
And now some issues with the chain gang on the far side. Looks like they were supposed to move when they didn't move the way they were supposed to, so stoppage on the field here, some personnel issues. And now they've got it all sorted out, that is, as it is first down and 10 for the Hawks from the 38. Herbert again in shotgun formation. 2 men to his right, 1 to his left. He looks left now and complete on the flank. And they've got some room into the end zone for a Highland touchdown. And it's number 13, Noah Burdick, as the fireworks go off. And the Hawks have the lead.
Again, fantastic play design there by Highland, getting their wide receivers out in space with blocking. He had a pretty clear path to the end zone. That was fantastic.
Great job by Burdick to get the space to the outside and get into the end zone, as now we see Austin McNamara for the point after touchdown. Kick is up, and it is through. So 7-3 now in favor of the Hawks. Jacob, a great drive there, slow, methodical, and they got it into the end zone.
Yeah, really showed what the Highland Hawks could do with the ball. I really was impressed by their mix of running and passing, and all of their play calls were incredibly creative and got their best players out in space. That's the key to football right there. That's where the game is moving, and the Highland Hawks have realized that and are off to an early lead.
Well, with 11 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the second quarter, your Hawks now lead at 7-3. And that, Jacob, is the momentum that we were talking about that these Hawks needed.
Need a big stop here from the Highland Hawks defense. Keep the momentum on their side. Keep this Thunder offense at bay.
We mentioned at the top of the show, McNamara, third in the state in kickoff yards. He came in with 2,097 yards on the kickoff. That was good, again, for third in the state. As he kicks it away again, it is into the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now, Jacob, we're going to get a chance to see Parker Navarro again.
Highland defense has to be cognizant of his ability to run. He really, once he gets outside the pocket, he is looking to get down the field as quick as he can with his legs. Highland defense needs to be aware that this is a mobile quarterback.
Navarro's stats a little bit deceiving. Again, he came in with only 109 rushing yards on the year, as it's in the backfield, shotgun formation. And play action looks to his right, complete. A tackle made shy of the first down marker by Highland. And it brings up second down. Tackle on the play made by Connor Cullimore.
That was a great play by Cullimore to come in from his free safety position and crack down on that wide receiver, ran that quick slant. Very impressive.
They do get 9 yards on the play. It's second down and 1. Navarro again in shotgun formation. They give it to the back that time. And it looks like they got the first down. They will move the chains now. Desert Vista gets a new set of downs.
Desert Vista playing with a little bit more of pep in their step, maybe seeing the pressure that Highland's exerted so far.
A little bit more tempo here for Desert Vista as well as they send a man in motion. It's a jet sweep to the outside, and Desert Vista able to get about 2 yards on the play before Cullimore again in on the tackle for the Hawks.
Cullimore is just all over the field tonight. He's a star offensively, star defensively. He is everywhere tonight.
And the Hawks need him. They need that athletic presence on defense. He has the ability to get to each side of the field quickly, make tackles. He's a good tackler, too. It's not like he's a pushover when it comes to tackling other guys. It's now 2nd and 8. Navarro shotgun formation calls a man in motion. And they fake the jet sweep this time.
Highland
Navarro with pressure!
Blitz. Oh, great sack, taking him down in the backfield.
Number 47, Griffin Nielsen in on the tackle for Highland. And a big sack for the Hawks.
Looks like the Hawks sent everybody on that play, Jordan. At least 6 blitzers, and they got him down in the backfield. Way to take down a mobile quarterback like Navarro. Not an easy task.
Dylan Izzett was in on the tackle as well for the Hawks. 3rd down and long. Navarro looking to pass. Pressured and now has some space to run, but Highland wraps and tackles him behind the line of scrimmage for another loss. That time by Daniel Wood.
2 incredibly strong defensive plays there for the Hawks. This looks like a whole new Hawks defense. They are getting pressure. They are getting penetration off the edge. They are sending blitzers up the middle. This is exciting stuff from Highland.
And this, Jacob, is the type of defense that we've seen from them all year. This electric, really heavy defensive line.
Yeah, they just seem like an unstoppable force up front. Thunder offense has gotten stymied.
Well, they punt it away, and it looks like Tanner Crandall, the return man, has some space to the near side. Makes a turn at midfield, is past the 40, and tripped up inside the 40 at the 37-yard line.
Great return there from the Hawks. Set the edge, made the first defender miss. Really impressive from number 17, Tanner Crandall. That was some electricity off the edge there. That's exciting stuff.
Yeah, Jacob, and the punt returning for the Hawks has been really good this year. We've seen some really nice punt returns, and that's just another example of that there on the return by Tanner Crandall.
Huge weapon for this Hawks offense, being able to establish field position early, especially with such a dynamic punter. They are really able to control the field position, and that's just such a huge part of football. Injured Thunder on the play.
Yeah,
Hope it's like nothing too serious.
Doesn't look too serious as he's walking off with some help from the trainers, number 15, Carlo Jimenez. Jimenez, a senior strong safety, standing 6 foot, 180 pounds as he reaches the sideline. And now they're going to mark the football at exactly the 35. So that's where the Hawks will start with their offense. Great field position.
It just about took the words out of my mouth. Fantastic field position.
Herbert in shotgun formation. 2 men near side, 1 man far side. And they give the ball to Dayton Huffman up the middle, who gains a couple of yards. Brings up second down and about 7.
He might be Highland's shiftiest player with the ball. He is really impressive, making players miss in space. Right there on that run, made at least 2 defensive linemen look silly with his running.
Brings up second down and 8 with 7:53 to go in the quarter. Herbert takes the snap, and they give it off that time. Again, it was Huffman. And he gets maybe a yard on the play. Brings up third down, and they are going to call a third down and 8. No gain on the play.
Obvious passing situation here for the Hawks. I'm excited to see what Herbert can do. Maybe unleash one down the field and look to break this game wide open.
Now, Jacob, I think you need to look out for Cody Zimmerman here. He's in the game on the near side, set up on the outside, as they send Tanner Crandall in motion. Herbert looking that way, looking for Hester, incomplete. And a clean job there by number 24, Clay Sockel, on the coverage for Desert Vista.
Sockel, a senior, and you could tell it on that play. He had him covered the whole way and made a great play on the ball when it was coming in, hitting the ball without interfering with the tight end there.
Brings up fourth down and 8. Austin McNamara on for a long 50-yard attempt. And let's see how this one goes. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is plenty good.
Wow.
Scratch that, folks. No good. The kick, no good. It looked like it went right through the uprights. Maybe some bad depth perception on my part. I apologize. But no good from 50 yards is Austin McNamara, and Desert Vista will take over.
I thought that was in as well, Jordan, so no shame on that one.
Not sure how that missed.
Or why they're getting the ball in a different spot, but...
Well, they do call that a touchback after a missed field goal attempt, so... Desert Vista gives the ball to their running back, who again is stuffed by the Highland defense. Connor Cullimore again in on the tackle. Brings up second and 8 after a gain of 2 yards.
Once again, Highland run defense looking strong, clogging up the middle and really making life hard for this Thunder offense.
Again, if you're just joining us, folks, homecoming night here in Gilbert. Navarro in shotgun formation for Desert Vista now calls his 2 wide receivers into a motion, and a timeout, it looks like, taken by the Desert Vista Thunder. We'll look for that official ruling. Yep, by the Thunder. That's their first charged timeout. And with that, we'd like to thank some of our platinum sponsors tonight, as you are seeing on your screen, UCI Realty and Alicia Holman. Thank you to Alicia Holman and UCI Realty for your support. For all your real estate needs, think of Alicia Holman and UCI Realty. They will help you make a touchdown when buying or selling your home. UCI Realty. And thank you to our platinum sponsor, Epic Systems, who is a proud supporter of the Highland Hawks. See Epic Systems for all your automation, home theater, and audio-video needs. Visit them at www.epicavaz.com. Make your business or home system an Epic system. Navarro set up in shotgun formation now as we are ready to go. Looks over the middle, incomplete. And a penalty flag in for presumably a pass interference penalty.
Coach Farrell irate on the sidelines. He did not like what the refs were calling there. Let's see what the call is.
Was that beyond 5 yards of the line of scrimmage?
I'm not so sure, Jordan.
Well, they're going to call a pass interference penalty on the defense.
Kind of a questionable call if you ask me, Jordan, but the refs are down there on the field.
Now, so far for the Hawks, they've been pretty good on the penalties. You could count on one hand how many they've got so far, and that really hasn't been true the last couple of weeks for them. So on the bright side, just one of a handful of penalties so far for Highland as Navarro hit hard and the pass incomplete. Wow. You said it, Jacob. Whoa. Oh, my goodness.
He got laid out in their backfield there. Wow, that was an impressive read from the Highland corner. Came down, barreling down the lane. Very impressive.
That was Connor Cullimore again in on the hit, excuse me.
He is everywhere tonight, Jordan.
A difference maker if there ever was one. 8 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Hawks leading at 7-3, a low-scoring affair so far. Navarro, three-step drop, looking the middle of the field. And the pass falls incomplete.
Good throw there by Navarro. Thank you, Jordan. Sorry about that. Great throw there by Navarro. Just the wide receiver wasn't able to come down with it. But look for the Highland defense to try and close that up next time.
Brings up a big 3rd down and 10. And that is a huge play for both sides here as Desert Vista of all marked at their 37-yard line. Navarro, shotgun formation, 4 receivers. Dumps it out on a screen to his running back, who is stopped. Looks like he might have just gotten the first down.
Right near the marker there. Let's see where they lined it.
That was number 40, Armando Delgado, on the rush. And number 42,
number
Teague
24,
Treese, 24, thank you.
Cade K-Mac.
We apologize, folks. We have our producer, Bella Cisneros, here in the booth with us, doing her job over on the far side of the booth, also trying to spot. Bella's doing a great job. We love her and appreciate her. We thank her very much for all she does for the broadcast. And now a stoppage on the field.
Gonna bring out the chain gang. See where they marked this one, Jordan.
Well, this is something we don't see very often. But on a play that close, I mean, I guess you figure, Jacob, why not? Let's see if they got it. Looks like they're still trying to decide down there. Is it inches? It looks like it is inches. Wow. A big stop there by Highland.
Could not be closer to a first down. Could have brought out the no card. And it looks like the Thunder are going for it on 4th down. Big play for the Highland defense. Needs some penetration up the middle.
Watch for the hard count here.
Highland crowd getting loud.
Navarro takes the snap, gives to his back, who gets plenty of yardage and breaks free. Desert Vista at the 10, at the 5, into the end zone for a touchdown. Wow, what an explosive run there by number 8, Tyson Grubbs.
Man, the Highland defense knew the run was coming and couldn't do anything to stop it still. Run right up the gut of that defense. Wow, that was some explosiveness right there. Kind of an embarrassing play for the Hawks there. Not what you want to see on 4th and inches, giving up a gouging touchdown. Desert Vista lined up for the extra point. Looking to put them up by 3. And they do.
Well, Jacob, it's been back and forth for this Highland defense. It's normally pretty good, but this Desert Vista offense really picking them apart.
Yeah, just wearing them down, Jordan. Just run after run. It's just a matter of offensive line versus defensive line, and right now, Desert Vista's offensive line is winning that battle. They're getting great separation up front, getting to the second level. This Desert Vista running attack is just as good as advertised.
Well, with 5 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the first half, the score now, the Desert Vista Thunder 10 and your Hawks 7. As now Matt Lewis ready to kick it away for Desert Vista. And Jacob, with 5 minutes and 11 seconds to go here, if the Hawks are unable to score into the half, say the score stays where it's at, 10-7, what do the Hawks need to do in the locker room? What adjustments do they need to make make this game go back into their favor?
Well, to keep this game competitive, Jordan, Highland is going to have to shore up their run defense. That is the crux of this Desert Vista offense. If you're going to pound the ball 2 to 3 times before the first down, they're pretty impressive on that. And so just going to take the Highland defense kind of a reset on how they're doing it. Little trickery on the kick return, past the 25.
Whoa! Did you see that? Did you see that? Connor Cullimore absolutely blew through a defender there, Jacob. Unbelievable. That power is what makes him so good when he has the ball in his hands.
Yeah, that was impressive stuff. What can't this kid do? He is all over the field tonight. Offensive, defensively, special team. He is single-handedly trying to drag this Highland team to victory. Just might do it.
It sets Highland up inside their own 40-yard line. Outside their own 40-yard line at the 41. Herbert looking for a screen, complete to the far side, and a gain of about 7 yards for the Hawks. And it's number 17, Tanner Crandall.
Crandall made the first guy miss there and able to get positive yards. That's huge for a struggling Highland offense right now. Being able to turn a 1 yard loss into a 6 or 7 yard gain is huge.
And Highland, Jacob, when it gets its blocks, is really able to make those screen plays work, and we see it there again with Crandall. And now a man in motion for Highland, and a penalty marker down. Desert Vista thinks it's a false start on Highland, and that is indeed what it's going to be. It'll back the Hawks up 5 yards. It'll be second down at 7. We're again in shotgun formation. And Burdick in motion again. The Hawks going to call a timeout. Thank you to our platinum sponsor, Dr. Bob Allen and Deseret Family Medicine, for your support, taking care of your family's health care needs. Thank you to our platinum sponsor, Greg Allen and Allen Family Medicine, for their support. When it comes to your family's health, Allen Family Medicine is there for you. Allen Family Medicine.
Highland with their first charge timeout of the game, looking to regroup against this dominant Thunder defense. T-shirt cannon going crazy here at Highland. Just shot one out of the stadium.
Did that one go over the press box, Jacob?
That it did. Highland setting up the screen, though, getting some separation.
Wow, that was Dayton Huffman getting some positive yardage. Good for another Hawks first down, but a penalty marker down again. And it is a hold on the offense. It's going to bring Highland back 10 yards from the spot, and we'll see where that puts them.
Hate to see it, Jordan, but that is a common symptom of these screenplays. Getting these offensive linemen out in space often results in some holds. But you take the good with the bad on that one. An exciting sign for a already lethargic kind of Thunder defense.
Well, possibly some of the bright lights affecting the Highland offensive linemen here. We haven't mentioned it on the broadcast yet, but this game is the Friday Night Fever game here in Arizona in 6A. Also homecoming night. A myriad of reasons as to why this game is a big one. Herbert in shotgun formation, 2 men to his left, 1 to his right, takes a snap now, looks left, has to scramble that way, makes a man miss, now going back to his right, throwing the ball towards the sideline, incomplete, intended for, was that Kyle Hester? It was not.
Number 13, Noah Burdick with the missed reception. That was a tough catch. I don't think anyone's blaming him for that one. A more discouraging sign for the Hawks. The Thunder only sent 4 pass rushers there, yet 2 of them almost instantly made it in the backfield. Herbert was forced out, had to go on the run and kind of make a throw off his back feet. Not what you want to see if you're the Highland Hawks coaching staff.
Well, 3rd and 10 now.
Again, Desert Vista with only 4 rushers.
Now Herbert rolling to his right, has to find somebody, and he does, complete. Connor Cullimore wide open, and good for a first down. How about that ability to find the man by Caleb Herbert?
That was some trickery right there. He was able to evade the pass rusher, get a little bit of space, and then loft it right over the defense. That was impressive.
Now a stoppage on the field. Let's see what this is about. Referees having some discussions. In the waning moments of the first half of play with 3 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Correction, they're going to make the clock 3 minutes and 10 seconds. Looks like that's what the issue on the field was. So they make the change. Desert Vista still ahead 10-7, but the Hawks driving now in Thunder territory. Ball marked at the Thunder 44-yard line. A man in motion for Highland, and Herbert's going to fake the jet sweep and go deep down the near sideline. Incomplete. Looks like he didn't get both feet in, or did he?
That was very close to a Desert Vista interception there. It looks like the free safety got 1 foot in, but not 2. Refs not giving it to him. Wow. Desert Vista sideline looks irate on this one.
Oh, you know, come to think of it, Jacob, now that I mentioned both feet didn't get in, I don't think they have to get both feet in, so maybe a toe on the line there.
Interesting.
Be second down now. And now Herbert rolling to his right. He's got plenty of space to go. First down and more, and a penalty flag down as Herbert scampers out of bounds past the 30.
Looks like it's going to be holding again. Unsure, though. Yep,
it is indeed a hold. You can hear some of the Highland fans showing their discontent on that one.
Yep, not super happy with that call, but I think it was the right one. Herbert got out of the pocket, and it looked like his right tackle there was holding on to somebody. Not what you want to see. Some very disappointed Highland Hawks fans, though.
Looks like it'll actually end up being a 1-yard gain, so the hold must have happened past the first down marker. 2nd down and 9 from the 43. Herbert in shotgun formation, trips out left. He's looking that way. Now looks to his right. Complete! And that's Daniel Wood, who gets a gain of about 20 yards. Good for a Hawks first down.
Wood with the little wheel route right out of the backfield. It looks like that was Herbert's first option, and he was wide open from the jump. Able to get a good chunky yardage there and set the Hawks up with a 1st and 10.
And no penalties that time as the Hawks getting to the line quickly, as they like to do. Herbert shotgun formation. They give it to the back, who is stopped after maybe a gain of 1 yard.
Desert Vista not surprised by the pace of tempo there. They were ready for that Highland run up the middle.
Daniel Wood, the ball carrier that time. 2nd down and 9. And Jacob at the 24-yard line here on a long 2nd down. What do you think we might see?
I would assume we're going to see a pass here. We got a bunch formation on Herbert's left. Could see a screen pass here, but no.
Now Herbert looking that way, scrambling, and it's a short dump out pass, looks like to Dayton Huffman. And it's a gain of about 2 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Actually, Crandall, the man who caught that pass. Sorry, Jacob.
No, not a problem. Big play for the Hawks here. Going to need some points before heading into the halftime. At least look to tie this game with a field goal, but ideally they want to take the lead here with a touchdown.
Now just over a minute to go. 1 minute and 20 seconds to be exact. The Hawks trailing 10-7 as Herbert gives to Cullimore out of the backfield, who dives forward. Did he get the first down? It looks like they might mark him a yard short, and it'll be 4th down and 1 unless they do give him the first down.
A little bit out of a delayed handoff there, Jordan. That was kind of sneaky from Herbert. Let the pass rushers come deep and then just hand the ball off to Cullimore.
And now 2 defensive linemen for Desert Vista down on the play. Think Herbert juked them out of his shoes there?
I don't know, Jordan, but looks like he's doing okay, so we might not.
One of them is up. The other one is still down on the turf. Looks like the hey, we got a t-shirt. Check that out, Jacob.
T-shirt here in the press box. Love to see it.
Let's open this thing up, shall we?
Of course.
How about that? That t-shirt cannon's got some distance.
Looks like Highland here is lined up for the field goal on 4th and 1. Little over a minute left to play. Highland looking to tie the game up. And the kick is up.
Yeah, McNamara got it through that time. And the score is tied at 10. Sorry, Jacob, a little occupied with the t-shirt here.
That's okay. Everyone here at the stadium is captivated by the t-shirt cannon and the fireworks going off. That is a nice little touch. Electric environment down in Highland tonight.
Sure is, my friend. And now the Hawks, they've been able to tie the game. So it's 10-10 with just under a minute to play here in the first half. And going into the second half, Jacob, this is exactly what you wanted if you weren't going to come out on top in the scoring going into the half.
Yeah, they needed points there. A touchdown would have been ideal, but to get a field goal is huge. Tie this game up and kind of regroup at halftime. See what they can do different in the second half. Definitely limit that Thunder run game. That has been the main problem for this Highland defense tonight.
Let's see what we got here, Jacob. Finally got this t-shirt open.
Unraveling the shirt.
All right, let's see what we got.
Oh, wow, that is gorgeous.
Oh, it's a small. That's not my size.
How could they? How could they give us a t-shirt and not make it our size?
That's pretty cool. Says Wingman on it in Hawks colors down the side, kind of an Army-esque shirt. Game day dog tags, says Highland Hawks on the front. Got some of our sponsors on the back.
Next level stuff here at Highland.
What do you say we give this one away?
We might have to.
Let's
I
give it
think
away?
so. Yeah, I think
All
that's
right.
a good plan.
As soon as we get a second here, we'll toss this one out into the student section right to our right. As now McNamara ready to kick the ball back to Desert Vista after his made field goal.
Another booming kick from McNamara sends that one all the way through the end zone.
All right, what do you say we give a T-shirt away, Jacob?
I like it.
Who wants a T-shirt? Nobody can hear me. They can't hear me, Jacob.
That's okay.
Who wants a T-shirt? Anybody? Nobody wants a T-shirt. Nobody can hear us up here, Jacob. A valiant effort.
That it was, Jordan. That valiant, to say the least.
I tried.
Desert Vista looking to get some points before halftime. Starts with a pitch to the outside. Good yardage for the Thunder there, and most importantly, got out of bounds. Great first play for Desert Vista from number 4, Colby Humphrey.
Looks like the clock ran a little bit longer than it was supposed to there. And they're going to have to reset it. It's now an injured Hawk on the play. That's Daniel Wood. And you definitely don't want that if you're a fan of this team.
Not what you want to see at all, Jordan. A handful of Highland players huddled around Wood there. Hope everything's all right. Kind of crucial for Highland success tonight to have a big game for Wood.
Well, now Wood walking off on his own power.
Great sign.
That is a great
to
sign.
see.
.8 seconds left in the half. At least that's what the clock reads. They may have them change that.
Correction, Jordan, it looks like 39 seconds now.
Oh, and now the stoppage on the field is because they do need 48 seconds on the clock. So, wow, almost 10 seconds put back on the clock there. That's interesting.
That's big right there. 10 extra seconds for this Thunder offense that is moving down the field. Hawks need a stop here. They cannot give up points right before going into halftime, especially after such a efficient offensive drive before.
Yeah, Jacob, I definitely agree with that. Highland looking for a big stop here. Navarro, three-step drop, looking deep downfield, but he's hit at the line of the scrimmage.
Great sack.
And he's taken down.
That was pure patience there from the Highland pass rushers, and that's what we in the business call a coverage sack. That's some great play by the Highland defensive backs, locking up all possible passing routes, giving Navarro nowhere to throw the ball.
Teague Treese and Cooper Holman in on the tackle for Highland. The timeout taken on the field.
Brings up a big 3rd and 5.
Sure does. And if you're Desert Vista here, Jacob, as we have the timeout here, what's the Desert Vista coach telling his team right now?
Well, I'm curious how aggressive they're going to be. They could throw the ball on this one, try and get some points before the half, but they also run the risk of stopping the clock and giving Highland and their impressive kicker great field position before the half. What do you think they're going to do, Jordan?
Oh, I think they have to try to complete something over the air. I think they have to go maybe a short pass and try to get some yardage after the catch and see where that puts them, but I think that's definitely the game plan here.
I agree. The whole left side of the field open for Desert Vista. Let's see if they take the ball that way. No, to the other side.
Pitch it to the other side, and they get it out of bounds.
Looks like short before the first down marker.
Actually, a loss of 1 on the play. It makes it 4th down at about 6.
And stops the clock. That was a great possession for Highland. I'm not really sure what Desert Vista was doing on that. I'm not sure if they had intentions of getting the first there or were just trying to run the clock, but they accomplished neither, which is not what you're looking for.
Now the punt unit out for Desert Vista. Man back to receive for Highland. And the punt is blocked!
Block punt rolls into the end zone,
Oh,
and
my
the
goodness.
Highland score.
Wow! What a break there for the Hawks. Able to get in and block the punt and take it into the end zone for a touchdown. We've seen more than one of those this year, Jacob, but that is the exclamation point if there ever was one. An unbelievable play by the Highland special team unit.
Little bit of a low snap there for the Desert Vista punt unit, and great penetration from the Highland defensive line. They were able to get in there, block the punt, and scoop and score for a touchdown. That is how you end in half of football. What a great play for the Hawks. McNamara with the extra point, and it is good. A massive 14-point swing for the Hawks. Now they are up 17-10 with a little over 23 seconds left in the half. What a way to end this half of football for the Hawks.
Jacob, you said it. I'm at a loss for words here. Can't even do my play-by-play duties. Just thinking about how well the special teams unit got through that defense, or that offensive line, of Desert Vista to block that punt, and so crucial for them to get in the end zone before the half, as we talked about earlier. And if this score holds, they'll take a 7-point lead into the locker room.
That is the type of play that can swing a ball game, Jordan. To have such a momentum-changing moment, I don't know. This could lead to a rise of emotion for the Hawks and just a crumbling for the Desert Vista Thunder. Curious to see how the Thunder react here. Only 23 seconds left before the half. Let's see if they're aggressive, try to put some points on the board before they have to head into the locker rooms.
McNamara ready to kick it away for the Hawks. Again, just under 25 seconds remaining in the half. And McNamara kicks it through the back of the end zone again for a touchback.
Going to be a big surprise here, but McNamara has a leg and likes to use it. That was an impressive kick.
So, the momentum seemingly has swung here.
Oh, certainly.
Do you think that Desert Vista just kneels the ball out and goes into the half? Do you think they run a couple of plays, try to go deep on a ball to get in the end zone, and maybe tie this thing up before the end of the half?
Wouldn't be the craziest thing for there to take a shot here, but if I had to guess, I bet they run the ball. They've had some success, especially in short yardage situations, and I assume they're just going to try and let their backs run it out until halftime. But crazier things have happened, Jordan. Excited to see if Navarro takes a shot.
Well, he's got 4 wide receivers so far. He calls a man in motion. And they're going to, let's see, they blew the play dead. And it's an offensive penalty, and they'll replay first down.
Cowbells out in full force tonight, Jordan. Pretty electric environment down here.
Yeah, they really do like the cowbells here at Highland, as you may or may not be able to hear on the broadcast. Desert Vista backed up. First down and 15. And now it looks like another clock issue. 24 seconds even put on the clock. And Desert Vista will try it again on first down. Navarro calls a man in motion. And they'll give it to him on the handoff. That's Humphreys. Short yardage on the play. It brings up second down.
Seems like the Thunder are content to send this one to halftime. Don't need to mess around, and it looks like they're heading to the sidelines. which means it's halftime here with the Highland Hawks up 17-10 against the Desert Vista Thunder.
As you mentioned, Jacob, that'll do it for the first half. Highland up 17-0. We will bring you our halftime show coming up next on Hawks Nest TV.
Mexican food?
In-N-Out. Steak.
Sweet pork.
Breakfast burritos.
I'll have to go with like chicken wings.
Probably like steak or chicken.
Chicken Alfredo.
Hamburgers.
Waffles.
Pizza.
Italian.
Kale.
Caesar wrap.
Pizza.
Sweet pork.
Kit Kats.
Pizza.
Flapjacks.
Chipotle.
Whatever I can find first.
In-N-Out.
Mexican. Pizza. Chipotle.
Chicken.
Anything and everything. Pizza.
Pizza. Barbecue pork chops.
Brownies.
Cheeseburgers.
Pizza. Steak.
Pizza. Chicken wings.
Pizza.
Cheeseburgers.
Hamburgers.
Chicken.
Mexican.
Chipotle.
Pizza.
Chick-fil-A. Brisket. Cold cereal.
Pasta. Mexican food.
Chicken Alfredo.
Chicken tacos.
Pizza. Fried rattlesnake. Hot dogs.
Pizza.
Pizza.
My favorite sports movie is Little Giants.
The Blind Side.
Talladega Nights.
Probably Remember the Titans.
Benchwarmers.
Talladega Nights.
The Longest Yard.
Blindside. When the Game Stands Tall.
The Rookie.
Rudy.
Happy Gilmore.
Blindside.
Kung Fu Panda 3.
Little Giants.
Remember the Titans. Blindside.
The Longest Yard.
The Waterboy.
Remember the Titans.
Happy Gilmore.
Benchwarmers.
The Benchwarmers.
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans.
Blindside.
The Blind Side.
Rudy.
Remember the Titans.
Happy Gilmore.
When the Game Stands Tall.
The Longest Yard.
Remember the Titans.
Gridiron Gang. Friday Night Lights.
Remember the Titans.
Probably The Longest Yard.
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans.
Waterboy.
Remember the Titans.
The Blindside. Talladega Nights.
Remember the Titans.
A Waterboy.
Remember the Titans.
Rudy.
The Blindside.
Waterboy. Longest Yard.
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. Remember the Titans.
Miracle.
Longest Yard. Newport Beach.
Lake Powell.
The 250, baby. Antarctica.
Lake Powell.
The Bahamas.
Mill Ave.
Newport Beach, California.
San Francisco.
New York City.
Hawaii.
San Diego.
Hawaii. Cedar Point.
Mesa, Arizona.
Mexico.
Lake Powell.
Newport Beach, California. Nebraska.
Lake Powell.
The Marina Trench.
The 504, the Boot, baby, the hometown.
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Pine Top.
Mexico.
New York City.
Home.
Mexico.
Puerto Penasco.
Hawaii.
Newport Beach.
New York City. Oahu and Hawaii.
Carlsbad, California.
San Diego, California.
Bora Bora.
Hawaii.
Costa Rica.
Hawaii.
California.
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 California. California.
California.
California.
And welcome to the top of the press box. It is halftime here in Gilbert, Arizona. The Highland Hawks leading the Desert Vista Thunder 17-10, and Jacob, a big ending play to that half for Highland with the punt block, for a touchdown.
Yeah, I can't think of a better way to end the half, Jordan. That was huge from the Highland defense, able to create points on special teams. That's what you're looking for every time.
And this team has been really good on defense again, despite one big fourth down and inches play. The defense really has been the way that it's been the whole year, and that's good. This Hawks team has needed it. And, Jacob, how do you think they can improve in the half?
Yeah, this Highland defense off to a stout start, but there's definitely improvements can be made. They need to be stronger up the middle. Their defensive linemen need to get more penetration. Those linebackers need to wrap up when they get these Thunder running backs in their grasp, because the Thunder running backs are making everybody miss out there. And the Highland Hawks need to get better at that.
And we know this Desert Vista team can score. They can come out and they can sling it. So, Jacob, on the offensive end for Highland, what are they going to need to do to outscore this team?
Yeah, this Highland offense needs to get their pace a little higher. I think they got lucky, I think, with a weak Thunder defense to start the half, but I don't expect Desert Vista to be as lethargic as they were in the first half. I'm looking for this Highland offense to come off to a great start, get their 3 running backs involved, and really keep the pace up.
Well, it is homecoming night here tonight, as we mentioned, so an extended halftime. It'll be 20 minutes. Right now we've got about 16 minutes to go. But the fanfare, the fun, has been in full force tonight. Of course, the fireworks, the T-shirt gun. We got a T-shirt up in the booth. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen.
Pretty cool stuff.
That's pretty cool. Dog tag, Highland Army. Check out the back of it as well.
Electric environment tonight. Got the cowbells going in full force.
Yes, absolutely. And we will see you at the end of halftime at the second half. Stay with us.
Please report to the press box. Kylie Haugen, please report to the press box. Here come your Highland Hawks.
You're good, bro. Do what you gotta do.
Hey, third quarter, fellas. All about the third quarter. You stop that hole. You keep that game away. Touchdown.
Once again, fans, be sure to stick around after the game for your Highland Hawks marching band performance. We ask that you join us along with the football team, students, audience, and the entire Hawk family as we cheer on the band's award-winning traditions.
Kickoff return, ready up. Kickoff return, ready up.
Hear them play after the game. Oh, check out the student section tonight. Get out by on this beautiful homecoming evening, Friday Night Lights edition. Once again, we'd like to congratulate head coach Brock Fair for being named Arizona
Let's go, Superman.
Coach of the Week for all of Arizona. Congratulations, Coach Farrell.
Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Get your feet back. Get back on the mat, so I'm going to get real indignant.
We're sitting there right now. No, we are, Jack.
Let's go.
And we welcome you back for the second half of action here in Gilbert, Arizona on the campus of Highland High School. Your Hawks leading the visiting Desert Vista Thunder by a score of 17-10 as the kickoff goes into the end zone for a touchback. Highland getting the ball first here in the second half. And Jacob, to build off of the success that they had in the first half, what do they need to do here?
Well, I'd love to see a more aggressive running attack from the Hawks. Maybe utilize more of their versatility in the backfield. They have 3 legit off running backs who are able to carry the ball, and I'd love to see more of that out of the Hawk offense this half.
Caleb Herbert setting up for the first play from scrimmage in the second half in shotgun formation as he usually does. Goes with the hard count, unable to get Desert Vista to jump, and now will talk to his line about a new play. Again, shotgun formation, they hand it off. Looks like Cullimore on the outside. Gains a couple of yards and is tackled. Will be second down. And now a penalty flag in.
Quick to the ball there for the Thunder defense. Not a great sign for the first play of the half for the Hawks. Look to improve as the play progresses.
Now a penalty flag coming in on the far side of the field. Maybe an unsportsmanlike conduct after the play. We'll see what the officials have to say about it. While they sort that out, not sure how we failed to mention so far Brock Farrell, the Hawks head coach, being named AZ Central's Coach of the Week. So a big congratulations to Coach Farrell.
Could be in line for the honor once again if they have this another resounding victory tonight.
Yes, absolutely could be. Last week was a great week for them. They beat a good Basha team 20-0, shut them out. And the penalty on the field now, as we are getting word, a personal foul against the Hawks will back them up quite a few yards, and it's second and very long for Highland after the first play from scrimmage.
Backed up near their own goal line here, Jordan. Gonna have to be careful to avoid some mistakes. Don't want this half getting off to a rough start.
Herbert shotgun formation, 5 men wide. Herbert in his own end zone looking complete on the screen route to Dayton Huffman, who gets a couple of yards.
Not a lot of room there for Huffman. Offensive linemen were out in space, but they failed to really attack that second level of the Thunder defense, excuse me.
Correction, that was Tanner Crandall. We apologize. On the reception there. Now third down and still long for the Hawks. Looks like something close to a 3rd and 18. Herbert under center. In shotgun formation. Takes the snap, looking left. Down the sideline and complete.
Not a great ball there from Herbert. Kind of in between 2 receivers. Not really for one or the other. Some confusion clearly on the Highland sideline as the punt unit comes out. Disappointing 3 and out for the first drive of the Hawks offense.
And we saw the same thing for Highland at the beginning of the first half. And if the first half goes anything like the second half,
we're in for a treat.
I think, if the second half goes anything like the first half, we are in for a treat. That is correct. Sorry, folks, my wording a little bit off there. However, Jacob, as you alluded to, Austin McNamara in the end zone to punt it back to Desert Vista, who has a return man set up at their own 41-yard line.
Would love to see just a booming punt here. Get some great hang time.
Well, that is a good one. And
Thunder calling for the fair catch. Start their drive at their own 40-yard line.
Well, 1st and 10 for Parker Navarro. Navarro not having a terrible night, not having a fantastic night either, Jacob. What have you seen from him so far?
Honestly, Jordan, haven't seen that much. They really haven't let Navarro unleash some of his what could be fantastic skills. We've seen a couple throws, some zip on them, but nothing really deep, nothing really down the field. I'm curious to see whether Desert Vista kind of opens up their playbook now that they're trailing here in the second half.
Possibly a penalty coming in late as they're going to move Desert Vista up 5 yards to the 45. And that is where they will start with their first offensive possession of the half. Navarro shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers each side. And they give it to the back, who is stopped in the backfield by the Highland defense. Another great job.
Looks like a big stop there for number 1, Connor Killamore. He has been all over the field tonight, coming up with another tackle for loss.
Navarro looking right side, complete. A nice tackle there made by, looks like, Jay-Sean Lee. And it was. Complete for a gain of about 7 yards. Brings up third down and 2.
Big stop here for the Highland defense. Want to see the Thunder go 3 and out. Don't need a sustained drive here. Navarro with the running back to his left and behind him. Let's see what they whip up here.
A shotgun formation. They were going to give it to their back, who looks like they got the first down. Highland pushing the Desert Vista runner backwards, but
I don't think it'll matter, Jordan. I think he got that one for sure.
They are going to give him the first down, so Desert Vista moves the chains.
That was a really important play there for Desert Vista to avoid the 3 and out. After such a disappointing end to the half, I think they need a big drive here to kind of regain the momentum.
Low snap there for Navarro, who looks right side, pass tipped at the line and falls incomplete.
Great tip play for number 89, Cooper Brown. Standing at 6'1", got those long arms up, able to get them in the passing lane. Very impressive play.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 10 for Desert Vista.
Empty formation for the Thunder. Quarterback keeper, and he is wrapped up in the backfield.
Nice call there, Jacob. As Navarro is tackled in the backfield for a sack. Griffin Nielsen in on the sack for the Hawks.
Great play by Nielsen there. Just rushed the hole and was able to get in the backfield before Navarro really knew what was coming. He had no other option, just kind of to go down and accept it. Puts them in a very difficult 3rd and 14 here, Jordan. Look for Desert Vista, unleash it, maybe go deep. Highland with the pressure. Oh, hit as he throws, forcing an errant throw from Navarro. Big 3rd down stop there from the Hawks. Sent a bunch of pressure and it really paid off.
Yeah, it really did there, Jacob. They were able to get into the backfield rather quickly.
Thunder actually had the perfect play call, had a little wide receiver screen set up, but it didn't matter. Hawks were able to get in the backfield, blow that play up, and probably prevented a pretty sizable gain from the Thunder.
And now Crandall set up to return the punt for Highland. Desert Vista's punt is away. That one not blocked. A line drive punt. Crandall will let it sit at the 8-yard line, and that's where it will stay. And that's
Nice
where the
punt.
Hawks will have to start.
Nice punt there for Desert Vista. Set the Hawks up in brutal field position. Once again, starting behind their own 10-yard line. Really going to have to execute a long, sustained drive here if they want to get some points.
This really has been a battle of 2 really good defenses so far, Jacob. Really just 10 points allowed on each side because the touchdown that's serving as a difference right now, the blocked punt by Highland, So it's been pretty good on both sides as Herbert looks to throw, has plenty of time, finds some room to run up the middle, and is tackled after a gain of about 4 yards. Up, scratch that, only got a yard on the play. And it will be 2nd down and 9.
Little worrisome that in that much time Herbert wasn't able to find an open receiver. These receivers really need to start getting better separation, really start getting some leverage on these dominant Desert Vista corners. I'm not really sure how they're doing it.
Herbert rolling out to his right, a fade to the sideline, incomplete, intended for, looks like Noah Burdick, who couldn't reel it in.
Not a great throw there from Herbert. Herbert rolling out to his right, had the wide receiver on a streak, but kind of underthrew him there. Little disappointing. Could have been 6 for the Hawks.
Unfortunately, not the case. So now 3rd down and 9 as Herbert again in shotgun formation with 3 wide receivers this time. 3-step drop, looks to his right again and completes to the near side. Completes to Noah Burdick. Good for a Hawks 1st down.
Big pickup there for the Hawks. Nice comeback route from that wide receiver. Great throw from Herbert. Nice little pitch and catch, sorry.
And now on the ground again, it's Cullimore, who bursts through for a gain of 12 yards and a Hawks 1st down. Now a penalty marker down, maybe? No, the Highland fans want a flag on the play, possibly for some unnecessary roughness. Well, no penalty there, as the Hawks fans would have liked. Instead, it's 1st and 10 for Highland from their own 38.
Herbert here in the shotgun. 4 down rusher, sending 5. Oh, bad drop.
Almost intercepted after the drop there. Was looking for Noah Burdick again, 2nd down.
Can't have that if you want a successful offense. Can't have wide receivers dropping screens like that. Hate to see it if you're the Highland coaching staff. Need to improve. That's a crucial 2nd down comes.
2nd and 10 from the 38 again. Trips out left for Herbert. And Cullimore in the backfield with him. He completes over the middle.
That was a great read from Herbert. Pulled the ball back from Cullimore and then hit him on the slant. That was impressive.
Tanner Crandall, a nice catch on the play. Brings up 3rd down and short. Hawks need about 3 yards to convert. As we mentioned a lot, Jacob, Tanner Crandall, one of Herbert's one of his favorite targets, as play action down the field, has a man open. It's Burdick, and incomplete. Where is the flag? Oh my goodness, that has to be pass interference.
See, I don't think it is, Jordan. That was not a great throw from Herbert. He had his wide receiver streaking towards the end zone, but underthrew the ball. Can't do that if you're Herbert. No choice but the defensive back to kind of impede the progress there. Certainly pass interference, but understand why the refs didn't call it. If you're not going to make a good throw, you don't deserve the penalty. And it sets up 4th down for the Hawks.
I'm not sure how you can let that one slide. I mean, Jacob, contrary to what you were saying, I really think that was a very catchable pass. and the defender never turned around to try to make a play on the ball.
That
has
is
to be
certainly
pass
true.
interference.
He definitely didn't turn around. I can get behind you on that one. Some pretty visceral reactions here from the Highland crowd as a fair catch for the Desert Vista Thunder right in front of their own 20. And the Thunder look to start their second drive of the second half.
You know, Jacob, I'm still pretty speechless after that no call there. It looked like there absolutely had to have been pass interference. It wasn't. There was some hand battling, some hand fighting, but then it got close. It was body on body, and the receiver couldn't break free from the defender. It was a catchable pass. The defender never turned around. I don't know how can you not?
I agree with you on,
Call
but you
that.
can't let the refs decide the game. If you're Herbert, you got to put that ball in a better place and give your wide receiver a much easier opportunity.
Now it's 1st and 10 for Desert Vista after the no call and the punt, and they'll keep it on the ground. And tackle behind the line of scrimmage is the Desert Vista.
Looks like
rusher.
another tackle for Connor Killamore. Man, what a game from him tonight. Looks like a knee injury for somebody down there. Number 1, Connor Killamore. That would be a devastating injury for the Hawks. We hope it's nothing serious.
Well, let's see what we can get here through the binoculars, ladies and gentlemen. Cullimore with his helmet off down on the field. Still sitting. He's got a couple of trainers out there with him. Cullimore is still down. Taking some water in on the field is Cullimore.
Not looking good here for Killamore.
Well, not looking great is right, but he is going to walk off on his own power, it looks like.
That is an encouraging sign right there. Hope he can return to this game quickly. He is a vital member of this great Highland defense. Really surprised me kind of with how dominant they've been tonight. The second half off to a strong start for them as they look to repeat the same performance from their first drive on their second drive right here. How do you think this injury will affect their unit, though, Jordan?
Well, Cullimore is so good on both sides of the ball. And I think you and I can both attest to that. We've seen him make some great plays on both sides, both as a running back and as a defensive back. And I mean, it's not like Cullimore is a guy who just plays on one side and it only impacts one side of the ball. Cullimore is a full-fledged athlete. And it's not good news for Cullimore, who actually this last week got his first college offer from Whittier College in Whittier, California.
Congratulations to him on that
yes,
one.
Yes, a big congratulations to him. Unfortunate that he's out on the sidelines. But after the short gain by Desert Vista, it brings up 3rd down and 5 as the Hawks faithful will get loud again. The cowbells ablaze.
Big stop here for the Highland Hawks. Need to have a 3 and out here.
They give the ball to Humphreys, and he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to go for Humphrey. That was impressive penetration from the Hawks defensive line. Really clogged up any possible holes. Love to see it.
And now, with a good return from the return man Crandall, the Hawks could be back in business where they were supposed to be after that pass interference penalty, which should have yielded them 15 yards. Crandall setting up at the 26-yard line of the Hawks. A really bad punt. I don't call many punts bad, but that wasn't good. There's no other word for it.
Yeah, kind of shanked that one to the right. Looks like about the 45. They're going to mark it out, maybe the 43. Not what you want if you're the Desert Vista coaching staff. seeing such impressive punting from the Highland Hawks and then to come out and have that from your punter, not what you're looking for.
Yeah, you said it, Jacob. He just shanked it.
Speculation from the booth here. Connor Cullimore with the cramp possibly. No one's really sure. Hope to see him back in the game soon, but he's not out on the field for the Hawks opening drive. Let's see what they can do without him.
Big thanks to our resident medical professional, not Bella Cisneros, as
Oh,
Herbert takes
Herbert
off
with the
at
big
the 35, at the 30, and he's finally taken down inside the 25-yard line. First down, Hawks.
Great run there from Herbert. That was impressive. Had a nice little read option, and all of the defense followed the running back, and he just pulled it back for a great, looks like 30, 35-yard gain. Brings the Hawks down to the red zone and looks to break this game wide open.
Well, Jacob, Herbert showing off his legs for the first time in the game. Came in tonight with 57 rushing yards on the season. Gee, that seems a little bit low. But we do know that he can use his legs.
Almost doubled it right there.
Yeah. They give to Huffman, who dives forward and gains about 5 yards on the play.
Again, he is just so shifty. That was impressive. He was able to turn maybe a 1-2 yard gain in a sizable chunk of yards.
You watch Huffman play. He's a small guy, 5'9", 168 pounds, and I think that's what allows him to get through his offensive lineman, through the defensive lineman, and just get to where he feels like he needs to go. And he's really good at it, as you mentioned, Jacob. They give it to their back again, and it's Huffman into the end zone for a touchdown.
Great little run there from Huffman. Was able to break through the defensive line, make a couple guys miss. He looked stop about 5 yards past the line, but was able to push through it and make his way to the end zone. That was a great run.
A great possession for the Hawks. Able to score on just a couple of plays on the drive. Like a cat, quick into the end zone.
Shifty for sure.
The extra point makes it 24-10, and the Hawks officially with a 2-possession lead here in the third quarter.
Big defensive possession coming up for the Hawks after such a resounding offensive drive. They're looking to, the Desert Vista offense is going to look to respond, look to come out with some big plays of their own, and this Hawk defense needs to lock in if they want to come home with the victory. This Highland crowd is up on its feet, though. They are loud. They are rambunctious. They are ready for a Hawk victory. This Highland student section is going crazy.
Well, still plenty of time left in this one, Jacob. 2 minutes and 39 seconds to go still in the third quarter. But Highland, again, doing what it does, scoring points in the second half and these quick drives that get them into the end zone and really tires out the opposing defense. McNamara sets the ball down at the 40 as the Hawks kickoff unit gets set. And now Austin is ready to kick it away. The foot meets the football, and it goes through the back of the end zone for another touchback.
I don't think he's had a kick return today, Jordan. Every single time through the end zone, never giving the opponent a chance to run that one back.
That just shows how dynamic he is, how much of a difference maker kickers and punters, and especially McNamara, can be by pinning the Desert Vista offense at their own 20 to start the drive.
Such a versatile weapon. Really not someone you think of as an offensive force, but it's had a huge impact on this game.
Now McNamara coming into tonight, his punts have yielded 335 yards in total for the Hawks, as Desert Vista keeps it on the ground. Tackle made on the near side. It brings up second down and about 7. The play made by number 77, Monai West.
Aside from that one fourth down run earlier in the first half, This has been a stout Highland defense. They have not let anything get past them.
They really have been pretty good from the first quarter on as they keep it on the ground here, and Desert Vista gets the first down.
Proving us wrong immediately,
Yep.
just with a gouging run right up the middle. Really great leverage from the Desert Vista offensive linemen. Really kind of dominated the defensive front for Highland.
So a 1st and 10 for Desert Vista from their own 35-yard line. A man in motion for the Thunder. Navarro from shotgun again. The give to one of his backs. Looks like Humphreys, who gains 11 and gets another first down. The tackle made by number 21, Hunter Kasprick. Also in there was 47, Griffin Nielsen.
Desert Vista offense moving quite soundly here. Not a great sign for the Hawks.
Stark contrast between the first and the second halves in terms of tempo for both teams.
Another gouging run for the Thunder. This Highland defense cannot seem to get a stop.
Now a timeout taken by the Hawks.
Good decision here by Coach Farrell. Regroup his unit, really get this defense ready.
And with the timeout, that'll give us some time to thank some of our other sponsors tonight. Some shout outs to Deseret Family Medicine and Dr. Chris Allen, Wallen and Hester Law Firm, Deseret Aesthetics and Lifestyle, and Dr. Greg Allen, Legacy Funeral Home, Todd Allen and his family, UCI Realty, Epic Systems, and Allen Family Medicine. We would also like to thank the following restaurants for feeding our varsity players before each Friday night game: BJ's Brewhouse, Venetia's Pizza, Racing Cane's, Oregano's Texas Roadhouse, Salerno's Native Grill, Rosati's Pizza, and Rudy's Barbecue.
Getting me hungry, Jordan. Can't do that to me when I'm trapped here in the booth. All that yummy food. Desert Vista with the handoff. Getting to the outside, running down the sideline, makes a move, makes two men miss, and darts out of bounds for a sizable run from Desert Vista. Man, this Highland defense has not been the same in the second half. Desert Vista seems to be getting whatever they want. Doesn't matter the running back, he is gouging this Hawks defense. Desert Vista now on their own 20, looking to break into this Highland 14-point lead. Hands the ball off again, gets the edge, makes another man miss, and touchdown. Desert Vista, excuse me. The Thunder with their second rushing touchdown of the game. Not looking great for the Hawks there. What do you think, Jordan?
I think you said it, Jacob. That's that play to the outside there. The Hawks just couldn't defend it. Too quick on the edge was the running back for Desert Vista. And I think if you're Desert Vista, you have to try to keep doing that on offense. It seems to be what works.
Yeah, this Highland unit needs to regroup and regroup fast, because that is not what we saw in the first half. I'm not sure if it was something schematically different, but it looked like same basic Desert Vista running attack, and Highland just could not stop it.
Well, the extra point is good, and that makes it a 24-17 game, still in favor of the Hawks. Here with 1 minute and 18 seconds left to go in the third quarter. So now Jacob, Highland with a 7-point lead here. You would think they'd want to get into the end zone and get that score back quickly, go into the fourth quarter with another 14-point lead.
Yeah, the way the Hawks defense is playing, they're going to kind of need this score. That 7-point lead could disappear very quickly if the Thunder get the ball back. So look for a big drive from the Hawks here. Maybe open up their playbook more. Saw some great runs from Herbert on the last drive. Curious to see how they utilize him and his legs.
Yeah, we do know that the Hawks have a couple of trick plays up their sleeve. We've seen them a couple of times this year as the kick goes out of bounds. A smart play by the return man on the far side.
Looks like the Thunder tried to pooch that one, send it to maybe the 20-yard line, but it did not work out. Sent it straight out of bounds, and the Hawks will get great starting field position.
I believe that puts them at the 35-yard line to start out. And it does. So the Hawks will start at the 35-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 from there. And Jacob, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited to see what Caleb Herbert might be able to do, not only with his arm, but with his legs again on this possession.
Yeah, that was an electric drive from Herbert last time. Let's see what he has up his sleeve this one.
Herbert takes the snap, gives to his halfback, who is tackled in the backfield for a loss on the play.
Desert Vista blew up that blocking scheme. They were in the backfield before Herbert even really knew what to do. Had to hand the ball off there, but not an encouraging first play.
Brings up a 2nd down and 11 from the 34 of the Hawks. Herbert shotgun formation has 3 receivers, 2 to his left, 1 to his right. Looks left now, steps up in the pocket, has to find some time, and is taken down in the backfield. Ball fumbled, recovered by Desert Vista, but I think they're going to mark Caleb Herbert down.
Pretty disjointed play there from the Hawks. Nothing really going. The offensive line crumbled pretty quickly. Receivers couldn't get any separation. Not an encouraging drive so far for the Hawks. Really need to flip the script quickly here before this game is tied.
So a penalty on the Hawks will back them up another 10 yards, makes it 3rd down and 20. I'll make it about 3rd and 18, I should say. Not sure what the penalty was exactly. We didn't get word up here.
About 30 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Herbert in shotgun formation, 4 receivers this time, 2 to each side. 3-step drop for Herbert, looking over the middle, complete. And again, a 1st down for the Hawks.
Great reception there for number 2, Dayton Huffman. That's what he does best. Quick little scat back out of the backfield, making defenders miss. That is what he does best. Quick little angle route for him out of the backfield, got him matched up on a linebacker, and that's good riddance for that linebacker. No linebacker in Arizona is going to be able to match up with him. That's just an unfair matchup. As the 3rd quarter comes to a close, the Highland Hawks have a 24-17 lead over the Desert Vista Thunder.
Well, on the PA announcer, Jacob makes a great point. Kind of forget about that as we're going along through the game. Both of these teams still undefeated. Both of them undefeated. 5-0 for the Hawks, 4-0 for the Thunder. And both of them want nothing more than to keep that perfect record.
You said it, Jordan. The stakes could not be higher here. Neither team wants to get that first loss on the schedule. Looking to get to an unbeaten start. That's the goal. That's the peak of production right there. For this Highland program to start 6-0 possibly for the first time in school history. Very impressive stuff. Herbert, though, is going to have to get this offense restarted because what we have seen so far in the 3rd quarter was not encouraging. Hopefully a better start to the 4th quarter is in the books because so far we have not seen encouraging signs from this Hawks offense.
Well, the Hawks under the Brock Farrell regime have been very, very good. 7-3 last year in the regular season as Herbert takes off and slides. after a 7-yard gain. Great presence of mind there by Herbert to slide down after a good gain.
That is just a simple read option play, and if that Thunder offense, outside linebacker, is going to crash every time, that's an easy decision for Herbert. If he sees that outside linebacker go for the running back, he can easily just pull that one and scamper to the outside like he just did.
Herbert, three-step drop again, looking to his right, complete to the far side and out of bounds is a Highland receiver. Number 17, Crandall again.
Been an important part of this Hawks offense tonight. That must be at least his 5th or 6th reception. He's having a really nice game for Highland.
Yeah, and Crandall, Jacob, as we mentioned, as the crowd upset about something, Crandall coming into today with 16 receptions on the year for 239 yards for the Hawks, which, believe it or not, leads the team.
With Collimore still out, his presence has never been more necessary.
Yeah, you said it, Jacob, really. Another completion to the far side as the Hawks get a first down on 3rd and short.
Not sure how Desert Vista didn't see that one coming. Pretty much in every short yardage situation, the Hawks have looked for a screen, and once again, they executed one to perfection. Got the necessary yardage, but if you're the Thunder defense, how do you not see that coming?
Well, the Hawks able to move the chains again.
Highland crowd, getting loud, getting excited. Big play here for the Hawks as they look to extend this drive, probably put up some points on the scoreboard.
Oh boy, Jacob, looks like the tubas are coming out of the band section in the stand, and this, honestly, believe it or not, is one of my favorite parts of being at these Highland games. The tuba section, a big shout out to them. They are really fun to listen to. Wait till you hear this.
Herbert with the quick throw to his tight end. Makes one man miss and gets down to the 15-yard line. Really nice pickup for the Hawks there.
Kyle Hester on the completion there. Another Hawks first down. Moves them into the red zone. Ball marked just inside the 20 for the Hawks.
The tuba section out in full force. Highland student section going crazy. Love their tubas. Herbert rolling out to the end zone. No ruling on the field yet. Touchdown! What a throw from Herbert on the run. Put it in the only place the ball could be. A beautiful pitch and catch for the Hawks to put them up 13. What'd you see out there, Jordan? That was a fantastic play.
You know what I saw there? I saw tuba section mojo. The second they started playing into the end zone for the Hawks, and Austin McNamara out onto the field to try to make it another 14-point lead for them. And now a penalty flag down.
Cannot overstate the importance of the tuba section, Jordan. Their role in this game is vital. And now they're leaving. I don't know what that's about.
Well, they did their job, you know?
I guess, did their job. Would love to see them stay out for the defensive possession, but, you know, can't ask for too much.
Well, McNamara will try the extra point again, this time from 25 yards out. The snap, the kick, the hold, the kick is good.
Puts the Highland Hawks up 31-17 over the Desert Vista Thunder. A commanding lead for the Hawks, and just what they needed after a kind of disappointing defensive possession for Highland.
Oh, wow. How about this, Jacob? A couple of former Highland students up here at the press box that they are recognizing right now. Actually, newlyweds.
Oh,
That's
congratulations.
awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Wow. Young Love.
And now after that big score, Jacob, again up 14 are the Hawks in the final moments of this game. Well, maybe not final moments, still 10 minutes and 18 seconds to go.
Yeah, we got some football left, Jordan.
Jacob, what do you think that the Highland defense needs to do on this drive to keep this game under wraps for them?
Well, if we're going to be honest, Jordan, wow. That Highland run defense was not strong on the last drive. They allowed basically whatever the Desert Vista team wanted. So that has to be their number one goal coming up. They need to lock down that Thunder running attack, put some more players in the box, whatever's necessary to bring that to a halt.
You know what I think, Jacob? I think that they need to really focus on keeping the runs from Desert Vista from getting outside the tackles. I think that's really where Highland is getting themselves hurt when it comes to the run game. They've been pretty good up the middle as a flag comes in now. But I think if they can keep the rushing attack inside the tackles, then Highland will be all right.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah, when Desert Vista gets out to the edge, they are basically unstoppable. All of their running backs have some breakaway speed that this Highland team just cannot defend.
Now, you talk about that Desert Vista team. They just took a 5-yard penalty, turns into 1st down and 15. And now Navarro, shotgun formation. 3-step drop, looking to his left, hit hard as he throws down the field.
Oh!
Intercepted by the Hawks at the 35, the 30, and still making moves. Finally tackled inside the 20 is number 24, Cade Kamak. An unbelievable play on the tip pass by the safety.
That was a great play. He tracked the ball from the second the quarterback released it. He knew where that ball was coming. He was ready, and he went up and made a great play against a taller, stronger wide receiver. Just ripped the ball away. That was a man's man right there. Wow, what a play.
And now some great field position for the Highland Hawks to make this potentially a 3-score game. And if you are Highland, that right there is what you needed.
Could not have said it better. That was a crucial moment for the Highland defense. They had to come down with that pick, because if not, that would have been a big gain for the Thunder. And instead, the Highland are set, hand off to the ball, and stopped in the backfield. But nothing can dampen the spirits of this Highland team.
Well, Huffman, the ball carrier there, and Highland wanted something after the play in terms of a penalty. They won't get it. Forward progress stopped a yard behind the original line of scrimmage. It turns into a 2nd down and 11. This crowd is the rowdiest I've seen it in a while.
Oh, they are amped up, Jordan. They are looking for a victory tonight on homecoming.
Herbert, shotgun formation, almost intercepted by number 87 of the Thunder. That's Tyler Roberts. Pass falls incomplete to the turf. Thankfully for the Hawks, turns into a 3rd down and 11 instead of an interception. And I think if you're the Hawks here, you got to look down the field for a pass.
Student section here chanting for the Tubas.
Well, it worked last time.
That is true.
Herbert, shotgun formation, high snap, looking left, fade into the end zone. Complete!
Oh!
Touchdown Hawks!
What a throw! Gosh! Put that in the absolute perfect place. Herbert with the dime in the corner of the end zone. Wow! That's what you love to see from your quarterback. Great reception by number 13, Noah Burdick. Wow! That was a highlight reel catch. Tiptoe along the sideline to barely get it in. That was a fantastic play by the Hawks.
I'm speechless, Jacob. I'm absolutely speechless. That was an unbelievable pass by Caleb Herbert, and we've seen it time and time again, folks. If you're a fan of this team, if your relative plays on this team and you watch our broadcast and you come to the games, you know how good Caleb Herbert is at putting that ball where it needs to be, and a great job by Noah Burdick on running a great route and getting under that ball and getting his toes into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, that pass could not have been in a better place. That was such a great play on 3rd and 11 with the rush coming. Herbert was able to stay calm and composed in the pocket and deliver an absolute dime along the sideline. That's what you love to see if you're the Highland coaching staff, and brings them up to a 21-point lead. Wow, what a play by Herbert. That's just impressive football right there. Stayed calm and composed in the pocket. Just a professional play from Herbert. And an incredible catch as well. Was able to keep his feet inbound. Some real ballerina aspects there. That was pretty incredible stuff.
So we're receiving some breaking news up here in the press box from our wonderful producer, Bella Cisneros. And she is telling us, from the sources that she has throughout the stadium, that the news choppers from channels 5 and 3 are actually coming over to the stadium, which is actually pretty cool here for a big Friday Night Lights game here for the Hawks. They are currently leading by a score of 38-17. A big night, as we've mentioned in the past, here in Gilbert on homecoming night, the 25th anniversary of Highland High School being celebrated here tonight at the game. And it's been a great atmosphere.
Oh, absolutely electric down here at Highland. Could not ask for a better crowd if you're Coach Farrell. This is exactly what you're hoping for on homecoming. The student section came out to play. They were ready, and they have been a huge factor in what it is turning into a resounding Highland game.
Parker Navarro on the ground to one of his backs. Looks like Colby Humphreys.
6 or 7 yard gain there for Thunder. Highland student section getting rowdy.
They believe that they will win.
I believe that they will win.
No, in the words of the great Yogi Berra, as there is the chopper, you see it up in the sky on your screen there. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? That is really cool. That is the Channel 5 and Channel 3 news chopper over the field here in Gilbert. How about that? Very cool. Local coverage coming to see the Highland Hawks as Navarro a handoff up the middle.
Ooh, big run
and
for
some
Desert
big yardage.
Vista.
Finally taken out of bounds after the 45-yard line. A big run by number 25. That's Devin Grubbs.
Like you said, Jordan, a couple minutes ago, he was able to get outside, and that's where the Highland defense has really faltered today. They cannot seem to contain these outside breaking runs. And once again, the Desert Vista running attack gouged them as they are now in plus field position.
Just under 8 minutes to go here in this one. Hawks leading 38-17 against the Desert Vista Thunder. Again on the ground for Desert Vista, a gain of about 3 yards before the running back is stopped by the Highland defense.
Desert Vista down by 21, but still committed to the running attack. That, my friends, is a schematic difference maker in this game, if we're being honest. Desert Vista's aversion to throwing the ball has kind of kept them in one place.
Navarro shotgun formation again, hands off to his running back to the outside, who is chugging along.
Big second down gain for the Thunder there. Either it's going to set them up with 3rd and short or a fresh new set of downs. Let's see what they call.
And how about that? Devin Grubbs, who was the running back on that play, actually listed as a freshman on this team, a 5'10", 175-pound freshman playing on the varsity squad. So
big 3rd and 2 here for the Thunder.
And it is a big 3rd and 2. They get the first down after a gain of 4 or 5 yards on the play. And Desert Vista moves the chains.
Desert Vista with a fresh set of downs.
Navarro again hands off to his back, who gets a couple of yards and is stopped.
Desert Vista yet to throw a pass on this drive, yet are moving efficiently down the field.
Cord Chrisman in on the tackle that time for Highland. 2nd down and 7.
Highland got good penetration there, but could not bring the runner down. Looks like a gain of 5, 6.
They're going to call it 3rd down and 2. Well, 3rd down and 1, actually. As Desert Vista chugging along as well, trying to get into the end zone and get back in this thing. There is still time to play.
5:42 and counting.
As I was saying before we showed the chopper, it ain't over till it's over. And it's a touchdown for Desert Vista.
Like you said, Jordan, he got to the edge once again, and Highland just has not been able to stop. That was a dominant drive for the Thunder. They never really faced any sort of hesitation there. Every single play was a run right up the middle, and Highland just couldn't do anything to stop it.
Yeah, they really are having a difficult job on the outside, and you've been able to tell the whole game. And Desert Vista, whenever they've wanted to go out there, they've been able to do that, and it's really hurt the Hawks. Thunder extra point is up, and it is good.
Brings this game to 38-24. Thunder still certainly in this game, but a touchdown here from the Hawks probably puts this one away.
And Jacob, I think they really need that here. I think they need that cherry on top, the exclamation point, if you will, on a wonderful homecoming night with fireworks and news choppers and T-shirt cannons. And a homecoming king and queen. It's been a very eventful night, and what would top it off better than a touchdown to seal a Highland Hawks win?
I don't think anything, Jordan. This would be the perfect night. Look for the Hawks to come out firing here. I think they all realize how important a touchdown here would be and how that could basically seal this win for them. So look for the Highland Hawks offense to come out with some ferocity here.
Looks like they're going to line up with their hands team, are the Hawks, in an onside kick formation, at least for now. Dayton Huffman, the man deep to receive the kick if it does go that way for the Hawks. It does look like Desert Vista is going to do the onside kick. There's really no hiding it. There it is. And it does not go 10 yards, goes out of bounds. And the Hawks will get great field position.
Really disappointing onside kick there from the Thunder. Didn't pass 10 yards, never really had a chance to. Kind of a low rolling kick. Maybe was hoping for that bounce up that you need, but just never came. Going to be real hard for the Thunder to get back in this game if they're not able to execute onside kicks. And if they're going to give the Hawks great field position like this with one of the best kickers in the country, not a great recipe for success if you're Desert Vista.
Now, something we haven't mentioned yet, ladies and gentlemen, is how well this team can eat clock as well. They really are able to chew clock when they need to and take as many minutes and as many seconds as they need off that clock to ensure that they're in an optimal position to win games. They did that last week against Basha. That's how they were able to keep the game scoreless against them. Or excuse me, I should say that's how they were able to keep Basha scoreless.
5:32 left in this game. Highland looks to drain as much clock as they can, but big run.
Dayton Huffman there on the ground. A gain of about 11 yards, good enough for another Hawks first down.
Not what you want to see if you're trying to burn clock, but I don't think the Hawks will hate to see that. Impressive run from Huffman.
Personally, I think the Hawks would take a touchdown over burning the clock.
Would have to think so. Would have to think so.
You got to be comfortable with that premier defense out there to seal the game for you if you do score a touchdown here. I'm talking about the Hawks, that is.
Little over 5 minutes left. Hawks with the ball on their own 30-yard line.
And now maybe an equipment issue on the near sideline as Highland will send a new wide receiver in. Not sure what the issue was, but Cody Zimmerman now in the game. Herbert shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side, each on the outsides. And now they are going to chew some clock up. The snap, and they give it to Huffman up the middle.
Short gain, maybe 3-4 yards. Jordan, you still see the news chopper circling, getting some glimpses of what has been a dominant Highland second half. What have you seen from the Hawks to come out to such a resounding second half?
I mean, I think the interception by Cade Kamak earlier in this second half really was the momentum shifter in this one. You could feel it in the stadium when Kamak came down with that and returned it inside the 25-yard line, and they got that quick touchdown. You could tell that was the moment that this team knew, okay, this is our time. This is the time that we need to really push the envelope, get into the end zone, and put this thing away. And they've done a really good job with that, as we see the Hawks up 38-24 with 3 minutes and 58 seconds to go. It brings up a 3rd down and 11. But, Jacob, as I was saying, I think that interception really did turn the tide, and that really is what set this game and set this second half apart from the rest of the game.
I couldn't agree more, Jordan. Yeah, that was such a momentum-shifting play, especially when it's such a great play like that, when he really had to go up against a taller, bigger offensive player, and come down with the ball. That was awesome. The Highland crowd was going crazy. The Highland sideline was going crazy. Everyone loves to see when such a scrappy, small player like Huffman is able to, Cade was able to come down with an interception there. Difference maker in this game.
As you see on your screen, the Highland Hawks huddle on the timeout. It'll be 3rd down and 11.
Thunder called their first time out of the half in preparation for this 3rd and 11. Big play for the Thunder defense here. Need to stop the Highland Hawks and get the ball back for their offense if they want any hope of winning this game. And the handoff up the middle. 1st down and more for Dayton Huffman. Connor Collimore back in the game, picking up yards, and picks up a decisive 1st down for the Highland Hawks.
1st down and goal now. Thanks, Jacob, for taking over the play-by-play duties there. Just had to clarify some little things with our producer. We are going to do post-game interviews after the game. However, the band is performing on the field. The Highland band, that is performing on the field after the game, so we may have to wait until the end of those performances until we can get the interviews. We will keep that flexible with you.
Stoppage of play right here, trying to figure out what's going on with the clock. Currently a running clock, but...
Well, they had it at 3:45, and now it is running as both teams getting to the line of scrimmage. Likely just not the right time set on the clock. You've seen that a couple of times this game. 38-24, Hawks over the Thunder. Herbert into the end zone, incomplete.
Really great throw there from Herbert. A little high, but that's okay. Put it in the spot. Only your receiver can get it. When an interception here would be a backbreaker, never need to put the defensive back in that sort of situation. Great ball placement there from Herbert. His wide receiver wasn't able to come down with it, but that's not the end of the world here. Still have a couple more shots at the end zone and to put this game away.
Jacob, you know when you're playing Madden, when you can control how the quarterback throws the ball into the end zone, you can throw a fade or you can throw a bullet pass. Herbert decided there to throw a bullet pass. Couldn't connect, but this time into the end zone for a touchdown. On the rush is number 1, Connor Cullimore, and the Hawks add to their already commanding lead.
That knee is looking all right to me, Jordan. That was a great run right through the middle, then broke it to the outside. Great run by Cullimore, and basically puts this game away as the Highland Hawks have a resounding 44-24 lead over the Desert Vista Thunder.
Now soon to be 45 if McNamara can punch this one through the uprights. He sets up the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it is through the uprights. And the Hawks again open up a 21-point lead over Desert Vista. It is 45-24 with 3 minutes and 11 seconds to go in this one.
This game looks all but decided, Jordan. What a victory for the Hawks. Great play all around. Resounding performance from their offense, from their defense. Everybody was firing on all cylinders tonight. And to put up 45 on a stacked Desert Vista team, that's impressive.
Lots of statewide media here tonight for Highland. A big matchup between them and the Desert Vista Thunder. And the Hawks on a statewide stage showing how good they can be. They are really talented, Jacob. And we've seen that this week against a team in Desert Vista who by Arizona Central was ranked number 9 in the state in 6A.
Yeah, this Desert Vista team is nothing to overlook. They are a well-formed unit, no real weaknesses. They can do everything pretty well, and the Hawks have just shut it down.
The Hawks actually ranked by Arizona Central at number 5 in 6A. They're also ranked in all levels of high school football in Arizona at number 8 in the state.
Should shoot up after this game, Jordan.
It definitely should. They a dominating performance here that they showed.
Pretty surprising play call from Desert Vista. Again, choosing to go with the run. Doesn't really seem like they're trying to go for the comeback here. A little confused, if I'm going to be honest.
Well, they did try to go to the outside, possibly to get some bigger yardage on the play there, get down the field and maybe into the end zone before this one's all said and done.
Kind of seems like the Thunder are rolling over. Hate to see it, but when you're down by 21, not a whole lot else you can do.
Well, you know what they say, Jacob, the Thunder does roll. Lightning strikes, Thunder rolls. And in this one, the Hawks definitely have been the Lightning. After 2 runs, brings up 3rd down and 7.
We approach 2 minutes left in this ball game. Thunder down by 3 scores and seem content to just kind of ride this one out. Highland, the superior team tonight in all facets.
Complete on a little screen for a gain of about 8 yards. Nope, call it 6 yards. Nope, let's meet in the middle. It's 7 yards. Sorry, folks. They are going to call it a 1st down. They got exactly what they needed, did Desert Vista. And the Thunder move the chains.
Fresh set of downs, but not really sure it's mattering.
Maybe too little, too late here, as the Hawks lead by 21, 45-24.
About 90 seconds left in this game. See if Desert Vista can put some points up before this game concludes.
On the ground again for the Thunder. A big tackle on the play. Ooh, and the Hawks are hyped up. Again, Connor Cullimore in on the tackle, and he was feeling it after that one.
Yeah, that knee's looking all right. Offensively, defensively, he is all over the field, and he is making plays. He is showing up in Desert Vista's nightmares tonight.
And now the Hawk players want the crowd to get loud.
We have under a minute left.
Navarro looking deep down the far sideline. Jay-Sean Lee in coverage, incomplete. And they're going to throw a flag for pass interference. And that is absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible, especially after the play earlier in the game that they didn't call the pass interference on. But you know what? I don't think it's that big of a deal for the Hawks, who are up by 21 at the moment. Maybe a little bit of an overreaction by the Hawks crowd and by myself, I'll admit.
Yeah, that looked like a pretty cut and clear pass defensive interference, sorry. Yeah, that wasn't clean at all, if I'm going to be honest. He clearly impeded on the wide receiver's progress there. But only a 15-yard penalty sets the Thunder up around midfield with about 50 seconds left to go in this game. Looks to make this score a little bit more respectable, but not a whole lot this Thunder offense, can do.
Well, they've got 50.4 seconds to get the ball either through the uprights or into the end zone. Navarro looking left side. And
almost an interception, but a great catch there by the Thunder along the sideline.
Yeah, Jacob, I couldn't tell if that was complete or not. It's a gain of about 9.5 yards, and it'll bring up second down. And Desert Vista maybe calling a timeout here. No, they're not. Okay.
Clock still running, hitting about 30 seconds left in this game.
Well, they did give Desert Vista the first down, but it's all arbitrary at this point. As 23 seconds remaining, Navarro takes the snap from shotgun, a couple yards on the rush.
That might be it for this game, folks. 8 seconds left. And it doesn't look like the Thunder are going to run another play. What a victory for the Highland Hawks. Hosted the Desert Vista Thunder and absolutely obliterated them in every aspect of this game. Coming away with the victory, 45-24.
Well, you said it, Jacob, once again, and it feels good to say it every time. The Highland Hawks are flying high yet again. This time it's 6-0, and that is an unbelievable start for this team, who has a really good Mountain Point team next week. But we'll focus on that when it comes time to focus on that. For now, for these Hawks, it's time to celebrate this victory, to celebrate 6-0, and to celebrate giving a really good Desert Vista team its first loss of the year. And Jacob, as you mentioned, the final score of tonight's ball game, your Highland Hawks 45 and the visiting Desert Vista Thunder 24. We will send it to break. The Highland Hawks band is going to play on the field, but after that, we will have our post-game interviews. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
years ago. The Highland High Marching Band has built a tradition of music excellence that is almost unmatched in Arizona. Highlights go back a quarter of a century now and include such accolades as a 4th place finish in the Fiesta Bowl National Marching Band Championships in 1998, the Pasadena Tournament of Roses Parade in 2001, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade in 2004, numerous Southern California and Southwest regional titles, the Abota State Marching Band Championship in 2009, and most recently, the ACNBA State Marching Band Championship in 2016. Your band has finished in the top 10 in Arizona for 25 consecutive years. This year's band is 148 members strong and includes 100 brass and woodwinds, 25 percussion, a 20-member color guard, and our 3 drum majors. Their competition program this year is entitled I Am and features the music of Andrew Boyson Jr. And now, ladies and gentlemen, alumni from all 25 years, under the field direction of drum majors Blake Hammond, Reagan Watkins, and Michael Eckelberger. Please welcome what continues to be one of the finest marching programs in the Southwest United States. This is your Highland High School Marching Band! Drum majors Blake Hammond, Reagan Watkins, and Michael Eckelberger. Is your band ready?
They're always ready!
Performing their 2018 program, I Am. Highland High School Marching Band, you may take the field for your performance.
I am creative. I am unique. I am confident.
I am strong. I am musical.
I am determined. I am organized. I am unique.
I am intelligent.
I am spontaneous. I am crazy. I am strong. I am passionate.
I am athletic.
I am musical.
I am creative. I am unique.
I am proud. I am strong.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into this broadcast on Highland Hawks TV. We will be coming to you shortly with post-game interviews. Thank you for your patience.
Third quarter for that pick, right? Or was that fourth quarter? Hi, this is Jacob Rosenfarb with Hawks TV. I'm here with Hawks free safety Cade Kamak. Tell me about that interception at the beginning of the fourth quarter. That was a huge game changer.
Yeah, so it actually wasn't my man, it was Jay Sean's man, so I was just dropping back, just kind of for some help because my guy blocked. I just kept sinking, and he just threw the ball up, and I just went up and got it. I took it away from him.
You're the single high free safety on that play. You are the last line of defense. What kind of possessed you to go for that ball? What went through your mind during the balls in the air?
Well, it felt like the ball was in there forever, actually. But I don't know. At first, I didn't really think I could get there, and then I just kept sinking, and I was like, man, I think I can go up and get it. And so I was in front of the receiver, and so I just went up and I just took it away from him. So.
What do you think that says that coach places such a high faith in you, puts so much responsibility in your hands to be the last line of defense?
It means a lot to me because it means he really trusts me a lot. Because even though it's not just pass, but on run, if they get past everyone, I got to be there. But yeah, I appreciate it a lot. The coach has a lot of faith in me.
Defensively, you guys looked dominant tonight, held them to under 30 points. What'd you guys do? What was your second half adjustments that really led you to victory here?
So we made sure that we, as a secondary, were going to get depth because we knew that they were going to throw some shots on the field like that because they were kind of running down our throats for a couple of the drives. But we just made sure as a secondary that we were going to be able to be there if they did play action or anything like that.
That's great to hear. A resounding victory for the Hawks tonight, moved to 6-0 for the first time in school history. What does that mean to you to be the first member of that first squad?
It means a lot, mostly because when last year we were an awesome team. We went 5-0, but then we went 5-1, but all the players from last year kind of were like, "Oh, you guys aren't going to be very good. You know, we're losing everyone." Because last year we had almost our whole defense was undefeated, and it was a senior, and so we've had to replace everybody in there, and it just means a lot to know that we've all stepped up, and we're even better than we were last year.
Got Mountain Point next week. Not an easy victory. What are you looking for next year?
Well, we got to come out there and play our very highest because Mountain Point's a great team. They're an awesome team. They're very physical and they're very fast. So we just got to come out, and if we beat Mountain Point, we know we can play with anyone. Great
to hear. With Hawks TV, this is Jacob Rosenfarb sending it to Jordan.
Hey guys, Jordan Lank down on the field here with Griffin Nielsen and Jared McGee, two of the defensive anchors for this team. First, we'll start with you, Griffin. A big night on the defensive end, coming off of a shutout. What do you feel like you guys did to kind of take what you did against Basha and bring it here against a really good Desert Vista team?
Well, Basha liked to run the ball. They liked to run zone. So did Desert Vista. So we kind of just brought what we had up from Basha to Desert Vista. And some of it worked well. Some of it didn't. But there's a lot to improve on coming in next week.
Jared, this defensive unit, really good today. What do you feel like you guys did at halftime? Because there was a little bit of a defensive thing that happened on the 4th and inches where they got through the line and they got into the end zone. What did Coach tell you, and how did that affect you guys in the second half?
It was a lot of just like trial and error. Because after that big run, we switched our linebackers. We just made adjustments and to figure out and just be able to shut them down in the second half.
Well, thank you guys. You guys both had a great game. We'll have Coach Farrell here for you shortly. Just give us a couple seconds to reel him in. We'll be right back.
The far one. And we'd like to give a shout out to our platinum sponsors for the Allen Family Medicine. Thank you to our platinum sponsor, Greg and Allen Family Medicine, for their support when it comes to your family's health. Allen Family Medicine is there for you. Allen Family Medicine. Thank you so much. Also give a shout out to platinum sponsor Alicia Holman and UCI Realty for their support. For all of your real estate needs, think of Alicia Holman and UCI Realty. They will help you make a touchdown when buying or selling your home. We'd also like to give a shout out to Desert Family Medicine. Thank you to our platinum sponsor, Dr. Bob Allen and Desert Family Medicine, for their support, taking care of your family's healthcare needs. And lastly, our last platinum sponsor, Epic Systems. Thank you so much. You guys are a proud supporter of the Highland Hawks. See Epic Systems for all your automation, home theater, audio, video needs. Visit them at epicaz.com. Make your business or home system an Epic system. I'd also like to give another shout out to Desert Family Medicine, Dr. Chris Allen, Wallen and Hester Law Firm, the Desert Aesthetics and Lifestyle, Legacy Funeral Home, Todd Allen and Family, UCI Realty, of course, Epic Systems as well, and of course, Allen Family Medicine. Thank you guys so much. And thank you to the following restaurants for feeding our varsity players as well: BJ's Brewhouse, Veniza's Pizza, Raising Cane's, Oregano's, Texas Roadhouse, Salerno's, Native Grill, Rosati's Pizza, and lastly, Rudy's Barbecue. We'll be sending it down to the field here shortly with head coach Brock Farrell in just a minute.
Lank back down on the field with the winning head coach of tonight's ball game, Brock Farrell. Coach, a great game, first of all, but in the first half, it looked like there might have been a little bit of a defensive miscue on the 4th and short. What did you tell your guys going into the half after obviously that big punt block? What was the
Well, the 4th and short was definitely my call. I went to the defense coordinator, and it was 4th and 1, and we put in basically our goal line defense. And whenever you play a defense like that, you either stop them in the backfield or they pop it, and they popped one. So that's totally on me. I will take that one. Thankfully, our defense was good enough to recover from it, and we were able to go. But I think the biggest thing with the punt block is we've been preaching all week, a punt block with a scoop and score is going to be a momentum changer in this game, and it definitely was. So we've literally been practicing block the punt and scoop and score for 3 weeks. So it paid off finally.
It absolutely did. And, I mean, you talk about momentum changers. Talk about Cade Kamac's interception in the fourth quarter. That one felt like a momentum changer. It felt like it in the crowd, in the press box. It was something else.
I think that was the finisher, you know, because they were up to that point in time, they were kind of doing whatever they wanted to our defense, and they were running the ball at like 9 yards carry. And I was really concerned when they run the ball, the clock runs, but I didn't know if the clock was going to run fast enough in order for us to get out of this game, you know. And then they took a shot, which was fine, but Cade was ready for it. I think that was the nail that sealed it because he had that big return, you know. And then even if we didn't score on that drive, we were going to kick a field goal anyway and eat up like 3 more minutes. So that was the biggest thing, is that we were able to eat up a bunch of time off that clock once he made that pick. It was big-time play and big-time game. It was awesome.
Last question for you on a big night, homecoming night, the 25th anniversary of the school. The team goes 6-0. What does that mean for you? What does that mean for the team? And most importantly, what does it mean for the school?
Yeah, I don't know if it means all that. I'll let you guys and the people that put it on Twitter and whatever decide what it means for the school. I'm just proud of our kids that they played a really, really good Desert Vista team and rose to the occasion and were able to finish. All the extracurricular stuff is kind of just icing on the cake. You know, the kids did all the baking, and they had the fortitude to make it, and all the rest of the stuff is just, you know, decoration, and it's fun to talk about. But super proud of our guys battling a really good team and coming out on top.
Well, thank you, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Go enjoy it.
Thank you,
Ladies
guys.
and gentlemen, from a 6-0 Highland football team in Gilbert, Arizona, my name is Jordan Lank. We thank you all for joining us tonight. Next week, a big matchup here again on our YouTube channel, Hawks Nest TV. The Hawks have Mountain Point. The 6-0 Highland Hawks flying high yet again. Again, my name is Jordan Lank. For my partner, Jacob Rosenfarb. Good night, everybody.